We're live. We should be live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We got a lot in store already because there wasn't that many headlines. We're still coming off of the retail dip buy yesterday and the downgrade. We didn't hear much on trade. You had Trump this morning, and even Elon is speaking right now in Qatar, but we're all over the place. Healthcare and the medical stuff, that's got a lot of attention, but everyone's trying to figure out, again, is this bearish or bullish from the downgrade? Do we keep this streak going or not? And there's not much data in between. So we got a nice morning ahead of us. I hope you guys are doing good. Oh, there you go. I had the wrong one up. Yeah, so there you go. But other than that, I got a couple of plays. I'm going to be watching a lot of medical plays in the morning. So post any plays now. After the bell, you will get banned for those plays. So this is the moment to do it ahead. But I'm going to be watching J&J, MRK, NVO, Nike, ONON, Cigna, FedEx, Pepsi, and Target with also HD. And then there's a couple of other biotechs. Other than that, Chad, you guys let me know what you're watching. And yeah, we only got 50 seconds. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So this is what we could do. I'll have a couple of plays. Let me go through my checks. And then if you have anything you want, let's spot the volume leaders. So I could go through and I'll tell you guys what's up on the list, and then we'll go from there. That sound good? Because, again, we have that little volume tool, and it has been kind of accurate. So we'll see where it leads us. But other than that, Chad, 30 seconds. I hope you have a great day. And if you need anything, you let me know, and let's make the most of it. And thank you to the veterans once again. I hope they feel me, bro. I hope they feel me. Cattle. Yeah, NVO. We made our plays free, but let's see if they'll hit. Remember, those contracts really lagged. And Elon's talking now. I'm going to play it. Hold on.
In the near
3,
future
2, 1. Round one.
May
Fight.
go public at some point in the future.
All right.
And what would be the
Oh, the core weaves aren't even up that much, comparatively.
What kind of time frame are you considering?
I'm in no rush.
I'm in no rush.
The public is.
Yeah, core weave's not opening up crazy. The ones with a little bit more time and in the money are.
More money, but at the expense of
Oh, watch J&J too.
And inevitably a whole bunch of lawsuits, which are very annoying. So really something needs to be done about the shareholder derivative lawsuits in the U.S. Because it allows plaintiffs' law firms who don't represent the
something about UK and Israel. Again, we're down about a quarter across the board. NASDAQ down by 0.3. UNH on the high.
And the irony
Illumina.
Extreme irony, that even if the class they purport to represent were to vote,
NVO options haven't opened up yet.
The lawsuit would still continue. So how can it be a class action representing a class if the class vote against it? And that's the bizarre situation we've got in the U.S. It's a dire need of reform. As anyone who's run a public company, you've experienced this. It's an absurd situation that needs to change.
Well, do you think Donald Trump might change it? You've certainly got his ear. I imagine that you
SMCI on the low.
To him.
Again, J&J and a couple of even Verizon.
Any Starlink IPO?
So yeah, J&J is starting to move up. See if Staples actually outperform. Again, Home Depot is post earnings.
The trouble being that you need 60 Senate votes, and the Democrats.
Yeah, CoreWeave did dump. Again, it was at 90.
The
Baba on the high.
The plaintiff's bar is
NVO has not opened yet.
The Democratic Party. That's the issue. At the state level, this can be solved. And I should say, Texas recently passed a law which
Palantir, Schwab, Netflix. So again, a lot of names are running, and China's starting to catch a bid. And then UNH and even Reddit starting to move up.
That they are part of a class of shareholders. 3%. Okay. This is a big.
All right, J&Js are coming back up. They've widened the spreads on those. Remember, those are a bitch yesterday.
Let's talk about AI, which is in so many of your businesses and in all our worlds in different ways. It's one of the big changes, the development of generative AI, since you last spoke to this forum 3 years ago. You're in this space, of course, with Grok, which...
Yeah, Home Depot earnings were a little bit worse.
OpenAI and then
all right, Tesla's starting to break.
A legal battle,
again, there is a lot of volume on Tesla still. All right, NVO open. Options are up 300%. Those free ones are hitting now. NVO chain is opened.
With Sam Altman. In the same place at the same time.
Sam was in the neighborhood.
Okay, so does that mean you are pushing ahead with the lawsuit against OpenAI?
Yes.
Yes.
So, look, I came up with the name OpenAI as an open source. And
He said, I came up with the
and
name!
I funded OpenAI for the first roughly $50 million. And it was intended to be a nonprofit open source company, and now they're trying to change that for their own financial benefit into a for-profit company that is closed source. So this would be like, let's say you funded a nonprofit to help preserve the Amazon rainforest, but instead of doing that, they became a lumber company, chopped down the forest and sold the wood. You'd be like, wait.
So yeah, Boeing, again, Boeing's at a huge level.
That's OpenAI.
They've made some changes.
Okay, Kava, Vips on the high, Cole's even running.
In recognition of what you've said.
Okay, NVO starting to slip. Again, the contract's 200% from yesterday on the free ones. Watch J&J.
They have partly walked back.
Okay, Murrow, MRK on the low, Dell.
The business. I guess that's
We haven't really moved much here off the AM.
So you
All right, let me get my volume check now. I have a couple more I'm going to look at, but I'm going away. NVO starting to die, premium-wise. Core, we've already died.
You about AI and
Still up, though.
Because when you were here last talking to John Micklethwaite, you had some pretty strong words about the risk that AI poses, and you said...
Yeah, bro, Core Weave is expected to do more volume than the last 3 days. So again, I don't know if that turns into a sell.
You know, something along the lines
Let me
of
check the other ones.
Or the Federal Aviation Administration. Now, you're clearly
Yeah, volume's expected to be high on all of these, so it might just be off the morning.
Regulation side than wanting new regulators. So
Apple on the low.
Changed on the need for an AI regulator?
SIG on the high, SIG.
Well, it's not that I don't think that should be regulated.
Signet Jewelers.
You can think of regulators like
popping another 50 cents. Yeah, Boeing's at the
sports.
breakout level.
There should be some number of referees, but you shouldn't have so many referees that you can't kick the ball without hitting one. In most fields in the U.S., the regulatory burden has grown over time to the point where it's like having more referees than players on the field. And this is a natural consequence of an extended period of prosperity. It's very important to appreciate this. This has happened throughout history. When you have an extended period of prosperity with no existential war, there's no cleansing function for unnecessary laws and regulations. So what happens is that every year more laws and more regulations are passed because legislators are going to legislate, regulators are going to regulate. And you'll get the steady pile of more and more laws and regulations over time until everything is illegal. And let me give you an example of a truly absurd situation. Under the Biden administration, SpaceX was sued for not hiring asylum seekers in the U.S. Now, the problem is it's actually illegal for SpaceX under ITAR, International Traffic in Arms Regulations, to hire anyone who is not a permanent resident of the United States, because the premise being that they will take advanced rocket technology and return to their home country if they're not a permanent resident. So we're simultaneously in a situation where it's illegal to hire asylum seekers.
Yeah, any UNH selling.
Illegal to hire asylum seekers.
Oh, yeah.
And the Biden's Department of Justice chose to prosecute us despite both paths being illegal.
Okay, Core Weave starting to climb up again.
My question was specifically about a regulator for
Okay,
AI,
what do we got?
which
Duke
you
Energy,
said 3
UNH,
years
Home
ago was
Depot,
needed,
Tesla
and you
is
said
big
we
on
need
the
to be
volume.
proactive on the regulation of AI rather than
Honestly, volume's
reactive.
lower
Have
in
you
some
changed your
areas,
mind
though,
on
but then
that?
there's a lot of other names
No, of course not.
expected to do good. Again,
No,
watch
of course
Boeing.
not.
This
What
is
I'm
the
saying
breakout level,
there should be
207.
Some referees on the field, a few referees, but you shouldn't have a field jam-packed with referees such that you could not kick a ball in any direction without hitting one. So the fields that have been around for a long time, such as automotive, so aerospace,
TLT.
the sort of food and drug.
Yeah,
industries,
UNH is the volume leader again. And then same thing with core weave. I just don't know if it's going to mean, again, volume does not mean that it's going to advance. It just means people either going to take profits or buy in. Merck on the high. Don't forget about those. Again, all of those drug names are key. Look at Merck.
That you want to have at least
UK to pause free trade agreement with Israel immediately.
But you want to have a few referees on any given field, in any given sport, or even any given arena, industrial arena, to help that public safety is taken care of.
Okay, and SPY even going lower. Yeah, Tesla's going up because of this. It really started moving on CEO plans and him saying he's going to be there.
When compared to sports, if the whole field is packed with referees, that would look absurd. But if there were no referees at all, your game's not going to be as good.
Yeah, equal weight's down a quarter, SPY's down a little bit more. Again, you're right below the level, 59.50. You fill the gap a little higher, but even after yesterday, you got a range. Pinduoduo ripping. Again, there was updates on like EU and shipping packages. Something on Vietnam too, SPY going up.
And also now an insider's knowledge of it because of DOGE. Can you see that there is a conflict of interest or a potential conflict of interest in broad terms just through that very fact?
Google on the high.
So, actually, there have been many advisors throughout history.
Trump to make 3 p.m. announcement with Secretary on Defense. That's coming out now, so get ready. Oh, what up, Bumble Business? So yeah, Trump at 3 p.m. for defense. That is now on. And then with Boeing at 2:07, watch out for that. But yeah, that's brewing up.
If there's a single contract that
bonds are dying. Qubits on the high, Broadcom going up. Yeah, bonds are down 1%, honestly. So watch if it breaks the low and see how the market takes it, the low of yesterday.
To say the least. And if I didn't mention it, certainly my competitors would. So if you're not seeing that, then clearly there's not a conflict of interest.
There's another way, though, to look at it, that, for example, you have many competitors, whether it's companies like Boeing or companies who would like to do more of the kind of work you do for NASA, Blue Origin, Rocket Lab, and because DOGE is in every federal government department, you or people who work for DOGE, and you are the driving force behind it, have an insight into those companies' affairs and those companies' relationships with the federal government.
Google's running Caladan. Welcome. Okay, SPY is going up. Nibis. People have been pumping Nibis with the core weave link.
The organization has departments that are no longer relevant. And then are the contracts that are being awarded good value for money? In fact, frankly, the bar is not particularly high. Is there any value for money in a contract? And if there isn't, then we make recommendations to the secretary. The secretary can then choose to take those actions or not take those actions, and that's it. And then any action that
SPY's tweaking, bro,
as a function of DOGE is posted to the DOGE website and to the doge.gov. At DOGE handle on the X platform. So it's complete transparency. And I have not seen any case where...
core weave again. Nibis on the high. Maybe people are moving to that.
Because it's completely and utterly transparent.
Okay.
That's it.
And what about the...
Yeah, it's 85 though. This was crazy. Just we were high, but still very high price. But yeah, they are dropping. Again, it was at 90-something pre-market. SPY's tweaking around. Gold is on the high right now. And then bonds just one way down from the morning.
Contracts coming its way, and there is some evidence that companies are allowing access to it because they want to be close to the Trump administration.
Oh, Misa, welcome.
So Bloomberg broke news.
Okay, Merck is starting to break now.
Is working around the rules on black ownership in order to allow Starlink in, and that is being done on the eve of the visit that President Ramaphosa is going to make to the White House.
What was
Do you
the other
recognize
one?
that?
Pony AI. That one's running.
Of course not. First of all, you should be questioning why are there racist laws in South Africa?
Whoa, Pony, big pop. And then Merck. Yeah, Pony
it's
AI,
not
dollar
to be
pop.
racist
What's
laws in
going on
South
there?
Africa. The whole idea with what Nelson Mandela, who was a great man,
Whoa, what is that, bro?
All races should be on an equal footing in South Africa. That's the right thing to do, not to replace one set of racist laws with another set of racist laws, which is utterly wrong and improper.
Pony AI, whatever the fuck that is.
Treated equally, and there should be no preference given to one or the other. Whereas there are now 140 laws in South Africa that give that basically
and then Nibis.
Give strong preference to if you're a black South African, and not otherwise.
Yeah, I got to get
so
you more of the
I'm
volume
in this
stuff.
Situation where I was born in South Africa, but cannot get a license to operate in Starlink because I'm not black.
Well, it looks
Does
like
that
that's
seem
about.
right to
It
you?
looks like that.
Right to you?
Looks like that's about to change.
They're like, oh, it looks like we're cutting out. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you, Elon.
Well, those
Okay, there's
rules
Boeing
were
now.
designed to
Again, whatever Pony
those
AI
rules
is,
were
and then
designed
Net,
to
and
bring
a couple
about
of
an era
others.
of
Spy
more
is tweaking.
equality
They're not
in
really
South
moving too
Africa.
crazy.
And it looks
Okay,
like
core weave
the
down,
government has
Nibis
found
up.
a way around those rules for you.
I'll ask you a question.
This is your interview. Everyone wants to hear from you.
Ask you a question. Yes or no?
Not for
Racist
me.
laws, yes or no?
Not for me to answer. I have got a question for you about your government
must
work
like
though, and the
racist laws,
amount of
then.
savings.
Why do you like racist laws?
He's going in on her, bro.
Answer. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Now you wouldn't.
Yes,
be
it
trying
is.
To dodge the question.
Yo, this is great.
No, answer my question. No, you answer mine.
I think if you, I'm sure you can have that conversation.
And then, bro, those
directly with South
NVOs
African
are still
government
up.
if you want to. I want to ask you about the
I
total.
can't believe it. That's not good.
I want to ask you about the total.
Okay,
amount-
Broadcom's still going.
I want to ask you about the total amount that you're planning to save through DOGE's work. Before the election, you said it was going to be at least $2 trillion. The number currently on doge.gov is $170 billion. That's a big change. What happened to the $2 trillion?
Well, do you expect it to happen immediately?
Well, is it going to happen? Because DOGE is supposed to run till next July.
What do you expect? I mean, your question is absurd in its fundamental premise. Are you assuming that on day, within a few months, there's an instant $2 trillion saved?
No, I'm not at all. I'm just asking, is that still your aim then? Is it still your aim to get to $2 trillion?
Have we not made good progress given the amount of time?
That's exactly what I'm asking. So is it still your aim to go from 170
He's beefing with her
billion
now.
to $2 trillion?
The ability of DOGE to operate is a function of whether the government, and this includes the Congress, is willing to take our advice. We're not the dictators of the government; we are the advisors.
QFIN.
And so we can advise.
All right. Again, 3 p.m. We're gonna get the defense stuff. But none of them are moving except Boeing. Then Spy back to the low. You just had a little back and forth, but haven't moved more than 0.5%, but it is starting to slip a little.
From the executive branch of the government in general. So we're not the dictators, we are the advisors. But thus far, for advisors, the DOGE team, to their credit, has made incredible progress.
You've talked about $4 billion a day being saved, but that won't get, which is, and I think everyone can agree.
Okay, Abivi, Merck, another set of biotechs. Again, they're all killing it.
But if you add that up, it's not going to get to $2 trillion over the lifetime of DOGE.
I'm sorry.
The $4 billion a day, if DOGE is going to run till next July, is not going to get you to $2 trillion. But you still say it's your aim, so we'll take that as read.
There's what DOGE. I mean, I feel you're somewhat trapped in the NPC dialogue tree of a traditional
You just called her an NPC.
So it's difficult when,
Okay, Tesla
when
flushing as this interview turns into a shit talk session. Like literally, the stock started selling off after they started beefing.
DOGE is an advisory group. We are doing the best we can as an advisory group. The progress made thus far as an advisory group is excellent. I don't think any advisory group has done better in the history of advisory groups of the government. Now, we do not make the laws, nor do we control the judiciary, nor do we control the
Okay, J&J breaking out. Those contracts lag, but they're starting to move. But Spy lower, bonds up. Biotechs are moving. Pfizer, Merck, J&J. So again, watch list. Be ready. Those are all moving. Pfizer up. Again, Spy's moving around here, but you do got some winners, mainly losers.
To some degree opposed to that level of cost savings. But nonetheless,
okay, bigger red.
Let's not criticize whether there's $4 trillion, and instead look at the fact that $160 billion has been saved, and more will be saved too.
And as I said, I think everyone can agree that cutting waste and indeed fraud in any government and being responsible with taxpayers' money is a very good thing.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I can see that you're proud of that work.
Yeah,
I do
Tesla,
want to
Nvidia,
ask you
Saita,
about,
Rigetti.
USA
Righetti's one of the top
and
volume
the
leaders
comments
today.
that Bill Gates made the other day, and I know that you called him.
Yeah, he's a huge liar.
I know you've said that already. I wondered.
Terrible.
And I'm just.
Who does Bill Gates think he is to make comments about the welfare of children, given that
I love this.
He frequented Jeffrey Epstein?
He said he regrets.
The audience goes crazy comparing him.
He spent a
for
lot of his
calling
own
him
money
friends with Epstein.
on philanthropy around the world over the years. My question to you is, have you looked at the data to check if he might be right that the cuts to USAID might cost millions of lives?
Yes. I'd like him to show us any evidence whatsoever that is true. It's false. What we found with USAID cuts, and by the way, they haven't all been cut. The parts of USAID that we found to be even slightly useful were transferred to the State Department. So they've not been deleted. They've simply been transferred to the State
Qubits,
Department.
Palantir on the low.
Many times
So again, you're getting a weird mix, but then a lot of medical guys, J&J, MRK, Pfizer, NVO, they're all at the highs. Premiums are lagging on J&J, but it's waking up now.
Disease eradication or something like that. And then when we ask for any evidence whatsoever, I say, well, please connect us with this group of children so we can talk to them and understand more about their issue. We get nothing. They don't even try to come up with a show orphan, meaning like it's sort of like, well, can we at least see a few kids? Like, where are they? If they're in trouble, we'd like to talk to them and talk to their caregivers.
Okay, well,
and then we get nothing as a response because it's what we find is an enormous amount of fraud and graft.
Okay, let me put this example to you.
Very little of it actually gets to the kids, if anything at all.
Why does she ask him the question and then he answers and then she's like, oh, okay, next one.
So you'll know the impact of HIV/AIDS well, and this is why I asked about the data. The U.S.
So again, SPY's still near the low. We haven't moved more than 0.5%, but NASDAQ did get a little weaker there. Okay, Palantir on the low. Morgan Stanley.
Saving 26 million lives in the last.
Oh, healthcare holding us up.
It was part of the foreign aid freeze. Then there was a
Merck is going up. UNH even starting to bounce a little bit.
And UNAIDS
again, NVO coming back as well.
There will be another 4 million AIDS-related deaths by 2029. So if you look at that example, which is backed up by data, in 2023, 630,000 people died of AIDS-related illnesses, then perhaps Bill Gates' figures are not wrong. Millions of lives could be lost.
Do you work for Bill?
First of all, the program, the AIDS medication program is continuing. So your fundamental premise is wrong. It is continuing. Now, do you have another example?
Edible on the high, EDBL. Food plays are moving. NTR, EDBL.
There's a limited waiver, and UNAIDS have said that not all of the services that were previously funded by USAID are continuing. So that's why I.
Okay, BMY, CLMO, value in healthcare still. I'll get you guys a checkup in a little bit. It's only been like 20 minutes.
Actually, they're all on the UNAIDS website, so you'll be able to see them. But mostly they are to do with prevention. And for example, the rollout of a drug called lenacapavir, which was hailed as one of the biggest breakthroughs against AIDS for many years, which came out last year. So if you are, perhaps, I'm sure UNAIDS would be delighted if you're able to look at that again.
Okay, J&J plays are lagging, you guys. They got clapped yesterday, but
fine.
You either go hard on those or you fucking fade it.
But
they're either going to hit or it's scamming you.
Whether you have decided yet how much you're going to spend on the upcoming midterms. Is it you spent a lot more money on the last US election than you envisaged when you were speaking here 3 years ago. Are you going to continue to spend at that kind of level on future elections?
Okay, SPY bouncing. Bro, dude, Pfizer, MRK, J&J, I'd watch all of them. This is
In
the...
terms of political spending,
we talked about it last night on the watch list. I don't think everybody knows what's going on with Pharma.
And why is
So
that?
it's very, very big. But all of them are moving. Myrna down to fucking BMY and everything.
Is it because of blowback?
Okay. Spy Popperoonie.
Well, if I see a reason to do political spending in the future, I will do it. I do not currently see a reason.
Okay. And what about political influence beyond the US? How often do you speak to President Putin?
I don't speak to President Putin.
Kind of
You've never
stupid.
spoken to President Putin?
I was on a video call with him once.
Bro, this is why the media is so
That's the
terrible.
only-
But why
that's the
would you
only
think I
time.
speak to President Putin? Oh, you must. I get it.
Because
You
I've
believe
heard
the
you
legacy.
speak. Actually, I've heard you speak about it. For example,
This
in your
lady's
West
getting
Point
cooked.
Speech, you said,
Spies going up, though.
President
2
Putin
candles.
to,
You just literally wiped out that
to
first
within
20
an
minutes
arm
of selling
wrestle. I know
off.
the Wall Street
So again,
Journal
healthcare.
reported
There's a
your,
couple of chips going up, but like I'm telling you,
If you're saying that they
healthcare,
have an apple other than
biotechs,
once,
they're
I'll
all
take
in
that to
play.
it.
Is there a worse publication on the face of the earth than the Wall Street Journal? I wouldn't use that to line up my cage for parrot droppings. That newspaper is the worst newspaper in the world. If there's one newspaper that should be pro-capitalist, it's the one with Wall Street in the name. But it isn't. So I have the very lowest opinion of the Wall Street Journal. Absolute nonsense. And you clearly have believed the tripe that you've read in those papers.
I read very widely, and I'm putting these questions to you so that you have an opportunity to respond to them, which you are, and for which we're all grateful to hear your responses.
Yes.
Okay, we are out of time. So
You mentioned me challenging. I did so on the X platform. I challenged Vladimir Putin to
Understood.
single combat
Okay.
over the. But I didn't talk to him. That was a post on the X platform.
great.
That's
That's
not
why.
I
didn't
that's
talk
why
to him, I
asked you,
tweeted
and you've-
him.
and you've clarified and explained. Thank you. That's
Why is he
I
trying to
was asking
act? All right,
whether you
Baba,
have
yo,
had
China,
recorded conversations
out of
and-
nowhere with all
and
of
you
this,
said
Pinduoduo
that-
lead, and then Bitcoin's going up.
Okay.
typical legacy media lies.
Okay, listen, I
Okay.
actually thought I might give Grok the last word, because when I asked Grok what your hardest challenge is, it said the strain of managing multiple high-stake
NTR
protections
again, that one's still
amid
moving. The
financial
Boeings are
regulatory and
running
public
too.
relations crises.
Okay,
And I
JP
wondered
Morgan on the
whether
high.
You recognize that characterization, and whether you do think that this is a pivotal year in your life.
Okay, that was the biotech from the morning. They had an
Well, every year's
IBS
been somewhat
approval.
pivotal, and this one's no different. In terms of interesting things.
Yeah,
that
Pepsi's starting to
probably
climb up.
covered this year,
AT&T again.
the-
Staples are doing good. Healthcare
getting
is the
started
leader.
to be fully reusable, so that we catch both the booster and the ship, which will be the first fully reusable orbital rocket ever in history, which is
Okay,
will be a
UNH,
profound
Duke
breakthrough,
Energy,
as the
FedEx has a
essential
lot of
breakthrough
volume.
necessary to make life multiplanetary and ultimately become a spacefaring civilization.
MDT
We've got
keeps
Neuralink, which
triggering
is,
the volume as
now
well.
helped 5 patients.
Oh, where's the other one? There's
restore,
one more, actually.
Capability using the telepathy implant, where they're able to control a computer simply by thinking. We'll be doing our first patient to restore sight with our blind sight implant, which is either end of this year or early next. In fact, that first patient might be in UAE, since we have a relationship with UAE and the Cleveland clinic there. I think what's running on the AI front, we are close to what you might call AGI, or digital superintelligence. I think we are seeing an explosion in digital superintelligence here. And then we've got at Tesla what we'll be launching unsupervised autonomy, basically self-driving cars with no one in them, in Austin next month. So it's a big year for sure. Many other things on the in the works too.
Okay.
I'm a technologist first and foremost.
Elon Musk, thank you very much for joining us here at Qatar Economic Forum. Thank you.
Qatar.
That was Elon Musk with Bloomberg Weekend's editor-at-large.
All right. Well, that was fun. All right, that was uncomfortable, right? Kind of like this rally. You know that. Frustrating and uncomfortable. Some of the top adjectives on Wall Street with all of this. But yeah, man, I hope you guys made some moves there. Honestly, it was a lot of back and forth, but no updates. We're still waiting on a couple of things. But again, healthcare, biotechs, staples are doing good. But I mean, we're not like, this isn't hype, you know? We're still, even after yesterday, you lack the panic despite there being downgrade. But like, look, we're just kind of chilling in the middle. So you're right below the level. Nothing has really broken out. All you have on the calendar today is the Fed speaker. So none of that has really moved us. And then we will see where it all takes us. And good morning. How are you, my friends? Rivian, long term. I need to check the long term. But yeah, I've been looking at all of the gold is ripping up now. Whoa, so Tesla, big flush. But again, we're coming back down every single one of these downsides. Gold is popped up. Gold is really rocketing. Trump announcement to be on Golden Dome. RTX, I believe. So remember, we played that in advance before. Oh, David, stop, baby. So yeah, Golden Dome, U.S. official. That's coming out now. But I'm surprised the reaction. RTX is not moving off of it. But yeah, so literally Golden Dome. All right. Oh, N. Yeah, wrong gold. GLD went up, but GLD's just going up anytime we have bad. EDBL, that one's still up there. And then Pfizer. Again, Pfizer licensed, they licensed the cancer drug from China. And David, stop, baby. Ooh, good morning. Oh, ooh. There you go. That one sounded rough, bro. That one sounded rough. Good morning. The Golden Dome is not made out of it. Elon Musk says he will pull back on political spending. He said that during the interview. That's hitting the wire, though. Again, Merck, J&J. They're all lagging, too. They're just moving really slow. Actually, now the J&Js are slowly starting to climb up, but I do like that one. And then Disney. Yeah, bro, all of these. We talked about all of these yesterday, too. We had a couple of them. Again, and there's a one to watch on Merck, but yeah, and then again, tomorrow, by the end of the week, 3 or 4 of these biggest cancer drugs in the world, they're going to be announcing stuff, or we are going to be hearing from the FDA. Okay, bonds going up. See how the market takes it. Again, we're going to hear from Trump at 3 p.m., and it's going to be on the Golden Dome. JP Morgan ripping. I've seen that one all day. It's actually up only 0.4, but it's hit 150 highs. Palant, and then SPY right here. MDB, Ulta on the high. Golden Dome. Is it LMT? Why do I think Golden Dome was RTX? Am I tripping? But yeah, even Boeing barely moved on there. Again, MDB, that one's going up. You said Pony AI. That one's still chilling. And then again, a couple of small cap biotechs. So watch out for that. Palantir, MDB, yeah, Palant's all over the place. What's the other one? CoreWeave, and then again, like I said, Nibis. So everyone's trying to hype that up, but now they look the same. Dollar General on the high. Okay, and then SPY still chilling. It is RTX. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, Merck, all of them. Merck, J&J, Pfizer, Abbott, BMY. Okay, now the J&Js are moving. They're fucking lagging, though. So if you took the lag play, you got 20%. Because like I'm saying, they went up, but they weren't going up like that. EL, Pop, Estee Lauder, again, your boy Burry. And then take eyes on anything else China-related because they have been moving. Actually, Baba is kind of wicking around right now. But yeah, Estee Lauder breaking out. Peloton calls active. NVO. So I'm flipped my play. If you got this short-term play we did on NVO, you got about 200-300%. So I took the profit and then I moved it to a different play on NVO. So I actually really like the play I grabbed with it. So other than that, though, that was good, and we had good timing yesterday. CLX on the high. You guys, I saw Rivian call out earlier. Who'd you say, Peloton? Why don't you think Pfizer's the diamond? I think they are the diamond. Yeah, Peloton's going crazy. So again, whatever's happening on Peloton, it's getting people excited. Ooh. Let's see what they do. Contracts are break even, but they're up 100% from the bottom. But yeah, Peloton. Again, I forgot who the other guy was. Who was the other homie who tried to like buy it a while ago? You remember? Somebody was talking about it. Oh, it was one of those motherfuckers. But yeah, watch Peloton. Dominion on the high. Core Weave. Oh, long term is loving it. Oh my goodness. I have my long term loaded up. Who was the guy? Didn't somebody try to... Was it Dana White? No, somebody put in an offer like a while ago, or they took a stake. Okay. Yeah, was it Einhorn? I think it was Einhorn. It was one of those fools. One of them wanted something with it. So either way, that just call buying. It woke up here. Spies have VWAP. Again, Estee Lauder, and let's see where everything else takes us. Okay, and the J&Js are fucking waking up. Those little scammers. Pizza. That one's moving. Then the Pepsis came back, but they're still down. Oh, I still like that one. What's the other one? That Pony AI, and then Qubits. Qubits and Rigetti. Qubits coming up. Again, they both of those triggered on the volume. Merc going. I have one to watch on there, but they don't. You need like hype. We need the hype, a momentum, you know. Thank you for the NVO, of course. I hope it helped, man. NVO is great. Again, those should be in the money. So I hope that did work. Again, Peloton is the other one. Where's J&J? I really like that one. And then BAH, Booz Allen, and then whatever. Gold on the high, but you are going to hear something from Boeing, RTX, all of that. Yes, our DXCM, Dexcom. All right, so that's another medical biotech company. They're related to diabetes, believe it or not. So see, Estee Lauder does makeup. You all know Estee Lauder. You didn't grow up Estee Lauder. You remember? You see mom, sisters? No, bro. Those fucking J&Js. We should have hit it. I told you to take it there. If you did, that one actually paid. Okay, Peloton's green. Dexcom, big candle. We got some pump fakes on that one before. Oh, Nike. I wanted the Nikes. Because there's a piece of news. Should I tell you guys? I don't know if I should tell you. If you were there in the morning. Oh, I had too many plays, though, today. J&J, all right. Pelotonian, bro. Good call on that, Ignace. All right. Nike, that one's going. And then CAH, Baba 2. Then Qualis. Again, if you got those, you got like 60, 70% on any Pelotons. So that was nice. And then where's Bobo? Oh, Baba. I put in an extra BA. Yeah, and then watch Nike, Estee Lauder, Spy chilling. And then once again, Merck and J&J. Bro, they scammed us so hard. But again, that more times than not, when the contracts lag, bro, they hit. So, like, literally, I was telling you, I'm watching this J&J contract. This stock is advancing. It's outperforming. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, these options are really cheap. And then I call it out, and then it sits there for 5 minutes, and then now they're up 30. Spy barely moved. And then, again, J&J or Peloton if you got it, but Spy taking a red. All right. Core Weave, nice bounce. Watch Nibis too. That's the one people are trying to tie to it as like the secondary hype play. Ross on the high. And then again, Peloton, bro. If you got that, that was a fucking money. That was way to fucking get early on that, Ignace. That was it. Just call buyer. But damn, I think we just beat everybody. Marjorie Green Taylor has filed over a dozen new stock trades. She bought the dip on UNH. Oh, wow. So, Congress pump. I don't know, man. We had so many. Actually, the UNH plays are cheaper than yesterday. No shit. Okay, and then Amazon on the low. So watch UNH on that, though. But yeah, the contracts are a little cheaper, but it's like right in the middle. So we'll see. Mag 7 leading. Well, it's actually down by 0.6. 5 Deltas on the high. Again, there's Peloton. They both. Pony already came back down. Gold is on the high. Gold has been ripping, you guys. That one's kind of odd. Keeps going. Again, like I said, the Pepsis are coming back. Those aren't lagging, but if they do, we're going to take them. Pizza. Yeah, those June plays are up. Saita, that was a volume one, small cap runner. And then Spy just chilling. Peloton, Estee Lauder still going, my friends. Come on, Bobo. Biogen. Yeah, Estee Lauder, and then Amazon on the low. UNH, Marjorie headline is not hitting. Marjorie. All right. CEP. Bro, Peloton is staying. Then Lulu, and then watch out for any of the retail plays. Lulu, ONON, Nike, they're all holding up. And then meanwhile, actually you're getting reds now on the biotechs. So watch out. We're coming into this low, but now a lot of this stuff that like held up, it's actually coming down. So be on the lookout. Even some of the hype plays, even your Peloton, your Pelotonians. All right. Whoa, CEP is kind of going nuts. Yeah. No, UNH might not hit off that. So again, it already has a lot of volume. Like I said, the plays were a little bit down on the headline, but they weren't like washed yet. So I think it could probably wash another 30. It might be rotation time, but so far, I mean, there is outsized downside on tech right now, but and then you're getting, healthcare and other names getting the lead, but hard to tell, and or it's not as obvious. It just seems though a little bit of risk off, or at least slower momentum from yesterday. That's really about it. Okay, VIX is on the high, but we're not near the low, so watch out for that. And then again, CEP is going crazy. Qubits is going. Yeah, watch out. That one's about to break out, and then Rigetti. One of them had a headline this morning, but like I said, they're both, or most of the quantum plays have decent volume today. But I don't have any plays on that. Good luck. Okay, Boeing starting to come down. Would I add Pepsi at 131? I like Pepsi. We talked about it a lot. And remember, no plays, please. Long-term or short-term. You could ask about the long-term, but we don't care. That's it. Read the rules. Thank you. I don't have any explanation on gold, but again, deficits, downgrades, and everything else going on. I mean, it works. And then I think anytime we get a little bit of risk off, people are going to go to that gold. Disney on the high. And then A-Lab, Galapagos. Yeah, Disney's 113. That one's running. A Bibsy, a Boba. Yes, a Boba up. And then Estee Lauder. The Make, bro, that thing ran 2% from that. And then SPY chilling here. Okay, defenses haven't moved. Tesla's down, or at least it's down from the morning, but only been up there. Hog been killer from the call out. Yeah, not as crazy though. On like that Peloton one, it just went. That was quick. Your top cash heavy, get a long term. Again, 20%. Macy's on the high. Fucking J&J. Okay, Estee Lauder now, bigger volume. SPY just dancing around. We've just been dribbling down, barely moving, holding the gap, and then like hugging VWAP. Now there's Hog, and then Target. Yeah, Target has been doing it. Is EL considered a retail stock? I mean, it's consumer, yeah. Makeup, cosmetics. All right, Hog just popped off of that one. Why no NVIDIA? Why is NVIDIA down 2%? Actually, dude, I think all big tech. Ironically enough, and then what time? It's 7:14. Let me get you guys a checkup. That's thoughts on penny stocks. That's how I feel about what you just asked me. I banned you. So, okay, here's the deal, you guys. Long term. Don't ask me about anything else. You know, I had somebody in the morning. They're like, Josh, why you do, if you trade so much and you have all the trade info, why do you say long term? That's the point, because we did everything, you guys. And, you know, we offered a lot of stuff, and I showed you guys so many things, and then everybody just chose to gamble. And again, and then the people who did the long term did very well. So the point is, it's long term. That's it. That's all that matters. You get the long term, the trading. If you can't get the long term, we can't talk about trading. I'm not going to talk to you about trading. You want to know what's in my account? You want to know my trade? Why the fuck would I get a fucking long term? You see what I'm saying? It's an order of operations. So once you get the long term and stick with it, it'll unlock a lot of the cult secrets. But until then, it's not there. So I don't, like I'm saying, I'm not gonna have these discussions. And some of you guys are looking, should I do this, that? Get a long term. But I'm not gonna have those conversations with you because I want to keep you guys safe. And like I'm saying, there was a time where we entertained everything, and I tried to help, but unfortunately, I saw a majority of people. They chose you guys are gonna choose the fast money. You're gonna choose the risk. You're gonna choose the thing that is more sexy every time. And unfortunately, it creates a negative outcome in the long run. So I like the long term people, and I like what the long term creates. But the short term stuff, I do trade it a lot, and I'm good at it. And like I'm saying, I have info, but that I think you have to work your way up to it. You will unlock that with me once you get a long term for many years and can stick to the discipline faithfully. Then we could have that talk. But for most, I think we've exhausted that. And I encourage you to focus on the long term. You could do whatever you want, and if you want to do the trading in the short term, but you're going to have to find somewhere else to do that, or you're going to have to learn how to use the info and trade accordingly. But even then, I encourage you to long term and be wise first and build the foundation before going to the next one. Ta-da! They not feeling him. We tried, bro. We tried. Oh, shit. Bro, that shit hit. Are you kidding me? Bro, the Nibis hit. Oh. That's crazy. Bro, I took a little Nibis on there because I was like, all right, fuck it. We'll grab a small one. But that fucking hit. It's up 100%. It shouldn't be. That's why I was like, all right, we'll see. Because of core weave, I know a lot of people keep pumping that back and forth. But all right. Trump pushed back on salt lawmakers in GOP meeting. Hey, there's Etsy. Thanks for Nibis. I got you, baby. Amen. Thank you. Oh, I forgot, bro. We had those. So those are up too. There's a Estee Lauder. I totally forgot. I'm going to dump them. Those are from yesterday. They're up 40. So I'm out of that. Okay. There's that. Fucking Nibis. And then NVO's still working. CoreWeave Pop. Yeah, watch if they both go. It could be Nibis. Yeah, CoreWeave back to 90 is going to get good, but the premiums are a lot lower compared to where they were at on the short term, and then the ones with time are killing it. But yeah, there's Nib. I can't believe it. We should have got bigger on that. I said I was going to watch it and go bigger if I could confirm, but then that one just real quick. Everything with the little juice. Yeah, for real. So, watch Tesla, watch some of the other leaders. But again, NVIDIA, Apple, all that. They're not really doing that. I was going to give you guys a checkup. So, Dow Jones, you got 11 green, 19 in the red, believe it or not. NASDAQ 100, 66 in the red, 34 in the green. And then SPY, 198 green, 300 in the red. So, yeah, more names are down. And then more biotechs, BioMarin on the high. Let's see. QXO, and then Sweet Green's on the high. Me, Yash. It's been here since Bitcoin was at 300. Woo! The J&Js are coming down. No more 30 on that. LRCX. Okay. Yeah, hood going. Bro, that Nibis one was it, though. That one we could have set up fucking great. And then Boeing, Bobo, and the Hut. And then Spy, then CoreWeave, and then a Robin Hood. And then that's all she wrote, Chad. All right, not really, though. We have a long day ahead of us. Tesla moving back. Now you got yen, gold, PayPal. A lot of things. A lot of things. Oh, NVIDIA earnings. Beto now. Bitcoin's running up. And then, yeah. That's it, man. Make up your mind. But we're going to hear Trump later, and then I think that'll be it. But other than that, I need to go to the bathroom now. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. And Cole, you're blessed, man. You know that? And God bless America. And God bless the veterans. And get a long term. Again, even, actually, before I go to the bathroom, can I remind you guys of something? We have a long term that was started by my liberal sister. Okay? She disagrees with all of my politics wholeheartedly. And then she even quit and started at all-time highs, has half the amount of time as our other accounts, and she never raised her deposit above $200 a month. What is this? Intel exploring sale of one of those little network things. This is old, though. Hold on. Let me see. But I had a headline in the morning on that Intel thing. I don't know if this one's a reiteration. Yeah, 2 minutes ago. Reuters is repumping it. It was in the morning about Intel selling off a unit. So Reuters, look at that volume candle 2 minutes ago. It's not moving, but Reuters is dropping the pump. Again, that headline was from the morning. That's what I'm saying. I already saw it. And then Boeing, bro, 208. Getting some volume here. And then IBM at the high. And then there's Nivis. I whiffed, bro. I'm gonna hit on that one, but fuck, I could have got way more. Oh, and then we still got our core reefs. But yeah, that one is in there. T-Mobile flushing. Hot dog. Yeah, then Boeing, then MOS. Yeah, Intel not reacting, but yeah, man. I just wanted to show you guys Colt Sister. $200 a month. No more than $2,400 a year saved. No deposit raised. Oh! Bradley Fraser at the pitch at 208. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? At the all-time breakout high. And then oh, man. Oh, Arn, are you kidding? Oh, Peach Nation, it's here. It's here. The Peach has blessed you. Bradley Frizzle. Wow, thank you, my friend. That's it, Boeing. And Boeing's already up. Boeing is already a-going. You know what I'm saying? It has already a-goed. Oh, my goodness. Bradley Frizzle. I did take a... You heard that? I ran around my room. You didn't... I was already standing up, and then the Peach hit, and I'm already looking at Boeing, so I said, oh, no, I had to take a lap, bro. I had to. God bless you, Bradley Frizzle. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. All right. Boeing is already a-going. Japan Ishiba to sack farm minister over controversial rice remarks, citing multiple sources. I don't know what that means. And then government GOP Westerman speaks to media after Trump meeting. Kari, what up, baby? GME on the high, for those of you into that. There, GME, pop biggeroonied. Dollar General. Man, I see him going to dance around. I don't know what the rice comment was, but somebody in Japan got fired over a rice comment. Then Nibis, bro. I wanted to play it big. I was like, nah, I'm going to go. And then I kept it really small because I was like, all right, it has hype. But yeah, those all hit like crazy. Blech. All right, Amazon flushing, and then SPY. Amazon's been flushing all day. Actually, candles are getting a lot worse. Robert Medrano, welcome, baby. The finance minister, farm minister said, I don't worry about rice. I get it donated to me. And like that, he was fired. JP Morgan annual shareholder meeting begins. Green shoots only. Thanks for the nibis. You're welcome. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for following the rules. JP Morgan says all board of directors with at least 90% will cast support. Yeah, something. JP Morgan meeting. Dick's Sporting Goods on the high. Like I'm telling you, watch Nike, ONON, and Lulu. I think those are going to be big today. Or in the next couple of days, you might hear some headlines on those. I don't have any plays on them, believe it or not. I already have other ones. I have too many plays all over the world. All over. Yep, CoreWeave is back up too now. So now the CoreWeaves are getting back to premium mode. CoreWeave, Nibis, and then a Bobo. Yalla. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Like I said, I just wanted to show you the long term. So follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Real Cult News on Twitter. God bless America. Thank you, veterans. Actually, I can't go to the bathroom. They're playing Robin Hood ads. Come on. All right, never mind. I'm going to hang out here with you then. GSAT. INDA. India's on the high. EAGE. The high ticker is very active, believe it or not. MOS. That one's, I feel, all day. Yeah, Nibis is insane, bro. I haven't even made it free yet. Now Boeing. But it sucks because, like I'm saying, the Nibis, that was a beautiful gain, bro. Beautiful gain. But, but hey, at least I didn't make it free because I wanted to grab more. But that's why I was like, I'll go small. So I haven't made it free. But, you know, that we're protected through the position size. And then, yeah, Boeing starting to break out now. Yeah, Russell is actually about to go green. It's been a while then. Eli Lilly on the low. Eli Lilly and then Lyft. Okay, Boeing got a red. LMT now on the high. So watch out. Boeing coming down. Then SPY with a big red. First one. You got Boeing down, LMT up, and then a red. Actually, you've got a couple of these, though, today on the SPY. I mean, we were just playing the back and forth. But, yeah, UK foreign minister on Israel. Again, they cut off Israel today. They were not happy. EU, UK, they, like, clapped them for something. Not bad. I still need to go to the bathroom. ACHR says company outright lied to investors. Can I go to the bathroom? Somebody give me a commercial. All right, Boeing a little bit lower. Now AT&T and some of those communication stocks that were leading. That one's interesting. Zillow on the low. Victoria's Secret adopts poison pill after Australian billionaires raise firm. Stake. RTX again with volume. So again, this little RTX LMT thing, I think it's kind of brewing. Again, we already had RTXs. That's why. Like, a lot of those plays were jacked up. They're actually, yeah, they came down, too. But, yeah, I like the RTX, but they're really expensive. They were way cheap. You could have bought them at, like, 9 cents. Now they're going for 20. And they're still lower. But remember, we sold out a 300%er not too long ago. Create and Carve, welcome. And good morning. It is still very early, you guys. Literally, we've only been here for an hour. Oh, nice. They're talking your boy Elon. They're showing a clip. All right, let me go to the bathroom. I will BRB.
Does that mean that you're not going to be able...
Yes.
Does that mean...
European is quite weak.
Okay, but you would acknowledge, wouldn't you, that what you are facing... Okay, let's just take it as Europe. What you are facing is a significant problem. This Tesla was an incredibly aspirational brand. People identified with it. They saw it as being at the forefront of the climate crisis, and now people are driving around with stickers in their cars saying, I bought this before we knew Elon was crazy.
And there are also people who are buying it because Elon's crazy, or however they may view it. So, yes, we've lost some sales perhaps on the left, but we've gained them on the right. The sales numbers at this point are strong, and we see no problem with demand.
So what?
And I mean, you can just look at the stock price. If you want the best insider information, the stock market analysts have that, and our stock wouldn't be trading near all-time highs if it was not. If things weren't in good shape. They're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I was citing sales figures rather than share price. Well, tell me then how committed you are to Tesla. Do you see yourself, and are you committed to still being the chief executive of Tesla in 5 years' time?
Yes.
No doubt about that at all.
Well, no, I might die.
Okay, short of that.
I can't be CEO if I'm dead, so there's a slight amount of time.
Does that mean that the value of your pay doesn't have any bearing on your decision?
Well, that's not really a subject of discussion in this forum. I think obviously there should be a compensation for if something incredible is done, that compensation.
How about now? I think I heard it. I don't know. I was doing that something, man. I just go to the bathroom. I move around. How about now? Is it better? Well, hello. I think it's better. I don't hear it any. I heard it on my speakers that time. I heard a buzzing. Bzzzt. And then SPY. But I hope you guys are noticing, the lack of panic. And then Starbucks ripping kind of out of nowhere. So, again, certain staple consumer plays, they're doing good. And actually, you have more big tech down, and we're still only down 0.5%. But, to all the traders out there, I mean, take a look. It's not really moving too fast. So be mindful. There's a couple of them, like Estee Lauder. Again, I sold out of those. I had a play from yesterday, but those are keep going. There's some names that are getting you some momentum, but generally, we are moving slow. Again, Lulu, ONON, Nike, even some of the food plays, BGE or BG, those are on the high. There's Nike. Now the bonds. And then there's Myrna. You're going to get another, again, a lot of FDA adcoms coming in the next few days. Starbucks still going, 85.82. SPY chilling. NASDAQ up 0.5%. EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah, that one's up too. And Lulu. And now GM. Again, there was a draft legislation on getting rid of California gas vehicle ban. So that just came in. Hello, Adita. Didn't I ban you? I think I did, but good morning. Rep Dusty Johnson, Trump is comfortable with tax bill as is. GM on the high. Starbucks again, whatever that is. Where's our board? J&J and Merck. And then Williams-Sonoma, bro, another one. So bonds catching a bid, SPY holding. Let's see what happens here. But, it's hard to not notice the retail and, consumer names that are going. So we'll see. Albemarle now, materials. ALB actually kind of running. And then Elevance, so watch UNH. Then they have not moved yet, but Elevance is starting to go. KeyBank comments on space getting U.S. contracts for the Golden Dome? No. Why does that sound like Gasparino? That's crazy. If they try to, mix that in, bro, that would be nuts. So be careful. Bro, Golden Dome? Is it halted? Oh, they won't fill them. Yeah, it won't fill me on shit. That's crazy if that's it. Yeah. No, bro, I think that's a rumor, but that's insane if they get SPCE in on the Golden Dome. That'd be insane, actually. Because otherwise I would have no other reason to invest in this company. All right. So, yeah, I think I'm not buying it in that sense, but I think it'll cause hype. Otherwise, wait till that rumor gets proved true or false. But if people want to get hyped on that, that could be decent. But I don't believe it, if that makes any sense, because that's crazy. I don't know if that makes... I tried to get one of them. It wouldn't fill me at a way better price. I had a way better one, and then I just went closer to the money because those didn't move as much. But I hope you get the idea. The general concept is that, most people were thinking like RTX, LMT. We were just talking about it, but Yeah, that sounds like a Gasparino rumor. And then remember, space did go crazy. What was it, last week? Yeah. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Get a small one on there and we'll find out. Not a recommendation, though. I'm down. Illumina again. Remember we saw that? We saw that a couple times. Insider buys and then random pops. Oracle. Nibis is holding. I like Oracle. Boeing came down a little bit. Yeah, shares might actually be good. But see, it's just a rumor, though. If that has legs, that'll be fun. If not, it's dead. Peloton's still going if you guys got that earlier. So GG's. What's the other one? Okay, SPY starting to break out. Boeing up. Pepsi trying to move. And Dollar Tree. And then Myrna again. Another one, man. Dogs of War. Welcome, my friend. Oracle and Space, the same CEO? Is it? I don't know. Where is Oracle? Oh, they killed their Oracles, actually. Yeah. I guess Oracle barely moving. That could get green, though. That could be good. They had a lot of volume yesterday. Peloton is insane. That one moved a lot. If you had those, you had at least 100%. A couple. All right. SPY taking off to Vessel, U.S. Treasury. That's not related. But, yeah, SPY ripping. Bonds caught the bid a little bit earlier, but then SPY just took off. So, again, it could be either big tech or this is going to be broader with everybody else. Fiber. Watch Tesla. Who else is there? Palo Alto, ANET, Crowd. Yeah, Cyber's not doing as good. But SPY high of the day or intraday. I don't know if that's filling the gap yet. So 59.50. You fill the gap at 59.60. So not too bad, but we'll see. Other than that, I'll get you guys a checkup in a little bit. More value. There's Nibis again. And there you have, is CoreWeave up? Yeah, CoreWeave and Nibis, both of them in tandem. Elf moving. All right. Yeah, SPY, 3 candles right there. So that just took you to the almost filling the gap, but now high of the day. So let's see. Oh, CoreWeave, there it is, 90. 52-week high intraday. We needed that. Yeah, they were, because it would hit those highs, but it was all pre-market. J&J, then the Nibis is running as well. The Nibis volume prediction is going to be high. That's why I said it in the morning. But yeah, it's expected to be 31 million. That is the prediction. Right now it's at 16 million. And then like I told you guys in the morning, CoreWeave as well. CoreWeave is expected to have a bigger day of volume than yesterday. So another 33 million volume is predicted on there. Yeah, so CoreWeave's finally hitting there. Okay, Space, we haven't seen anything. The contracts kind of came down. It just depends what price you paid. But they're actually, I think those are holding way better than I would have expected. Okay, wins, ANNS. There's a lot of things moving on the high ticker. So a lot of small caps, though. I'm not seeing like NVIDIA. I'm not watching any of the bigger cap names. Intel's going up. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Because literally like Amazon, Meta, Google, that could kind of change the whole dynamic of today. RPD. I know. CoreWeave. It's kind of crazy. It's still only 740. So we're still mad early, you guys. It's still very, very early. That's actually crazy. And then we don't have too many catalysts. Again, we haven't heard from Goldman or anything from the healthcare conference. Kroger on the high now. SPY still holding. Broadcom and ACAM, we've seen that. Yeah, SPY rip for no reason. Kroger, a couple more bigger candles at the high. Remember, we are still in a very weird range right now. You know, this is a very frustrating and uncomfortable rally, they say. Oh, there's cheaper core weaves from yesterday. It's good to know. Today's only Tuesday. RDN and then Kroger. Okay, Merkin, if you guys notice, some of them are starting to slow down. Yeah, look at Pfizer. All the healthcare shit's coming back. So that little healthcare rally in the morning, some of them are pulling apart like Guild right now. They're doing good, but some of the leaders are getting clapped right here. RTX Space is just holding, and then RTX hasn't moved. Boeing still up as well. So we'll wait for a move there. Other than that, SPY, and then wait till big tech and NVIDIA, Amazon, Meta, Google. You kind of need them all on board. Once they start playing, then I think you will start looking good. Yeah, core weave at the 90s, bro. Where's Nibis? Yeah, Nibis even breaking out. I can't believe that one. Yeah, Nibis 41, Katos. Are they getting mentioned in it as well? That's another defense stock. So I don't know, though. It might start to get convoluted. Just think about it. If you start getting more than one rumor on the Golden Dome, then they're all going to start hitting less. Because then, yeah, look at even space. But too many rumors. Otherwise, like, it loses potency. Amba on the high. And then Qualcomm. It's AI drone. Yeah, but they got defense contracts too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, notice RTX, LMT, all of them. You're hearing about all of them, you know, and they're all actually moving. So, but then again, you don't know who's the winner. We're going to hear at 3 p.m. So now, if there's no pop in the meantime, none of those plays will move until you get the announcement, or they might even sell after the announcement. PCT. All right, Kroger again. SPY on the high. The high ticker is still pretty active. Again, bonds too are getting a bid. I think that one's interesting. FRPT. Yeah, whatever Kroger was, and then Mobileye. Again, Intel had rumors, and they were moving earlier. And then Nibis still chilling there. They're kind of going hand in hand. Broadcom. I've seen Broadcom all day. I can't believe that thing is still red. And then SPY first red at the high. Home Depot on the low. Remember, they had earnings this morning. They're actually still barely green, which is kind of crazy to think about. Okay, Kroger again. GME on the high. Nibis higher. CoreWeave chilling. Appreciate the philo look on life. No H. Thank you. I always love it when you guys say, you're like, Josh, I really appreciate you, though. But not in like, you know what I'm saying, though, like I really appreciate, and like, you a good friend, but not in like a friend. Like, you ain't my boyfriend, Josh, but you a good friend. So I just wanted to let you know, and I don't want to make it awkward, but I love you, baby. God bless you. Amen. Mm-hmm. All right. Core withers. No Besant. No Besant, bro. No Besant. Dude, look at this. High stakes waiting. You guys realize that's what you're playing? You're just playing a game of high stakes waiting. That's all these days are until we get the policy. Core we have. Rubio says reaching nuclear agreement with Iran will not be easy. Uh-oh, hot dog. Let's see. That sucks. Oh, Apple on the high? Hi! Yeah, Apple just popped. Like I said, this whole day, you haven't really had big tech playing along, so if you could get one, that'll be great. Pizza. Again, those options have held. I haven't seen it move, though, yet. They're doing surprisingly well, though, for ex-dividend. So let's see. Nibbish. That one's painful. Trump told aides to tell Netanyahu to wrap up the Gaza war. J&J still up. Other core waves. YouTube kicked you out. Yeah, I don't know. Today has been hella glitchy, but, I don't know. Yeah, why is it? It's literally kicking you guys out left and right. Well, either way, that sucks. You could blame YouTube. But I thought Satya was our friend. Or Sundar. My bad, bro. UNH, I know. That one's looking nice. Nibbis Games, baby. Ooh. Hey, man. Yeah, literally. It just kicked out like 1,000 of you. And then it's not reconnecting it. But either way, just, I don't know, lock in, get you stream alerts or something, or you can't. I don't know. Just pay attention or tweet at YouTube. Unity getting a candle, and then Saita. That one, then Nibis, then Bond. Spy's still up there. And like I said, Apple's starting to move. So see how that plays in. Okay, Home Depot on the low still as well. We have to refresh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, on my end, it looks hella glitchy. It hasn't like disconnected, but they're just showing you guys. It's doing the little 1,000 drop, 1,000 back up, and then, yeah, all that other shit. Saita. So that was one from the morning. That one's still going. All right. MSTR on the low. I don't know if BA is on the defense stuff. They're just at a very key level. So 207 pretty much leads to 215. And then if this thing breaks 215, I mean, this thing might even go crazier. So we will see. But yeah, there's something going on with YouTube today, you guys. So if it is kicking you out, I mean, maybe you could go to the Twitch, but you'll need a membership for that. And yeah, it's just getting clapped. I don't know if this is old. Trump is live.
Individual members. We need to make a pitch to individual members.
I don't think so. No, that's what I think.
Yeah, this is live.
That's really what we did tonight. I think it was a really great. That was a meeting of love. Let me tell you, that was love in that room. There was no shouting. I think it was a meeting of love. There were a couple of things that we talked about specifically where some people felt a little bit one way or the other, not a big deal. And I covered them. It wasn't so much a speech. I covered certain points. And I think I'd be very surprised.
You told them you were losing patience. Are you losing patience?
No, I didn't tell. Who told you I said I'm losing?
That's what we heard inside the room.
But it's a lie. Wait a minute. Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Inside the room.
Oh, really? It's totally true. I never used the term. I didn't say losing. I didn't even talk about it. In fact, it's the opposite. I think we're going to get it done. I'm not losing patience. We're ahead of schedule. Anybody that told you that is a liar. Wait a minute. I never mentioned the word losing patience because I'm not losing patience. We're ahead of schedule.
That's why I asked you. I want to get
Well, why don't you go back to your source and tell them they're liars if the source even exists?
Still passes the House.
Yeah.
Senators are already talking about making a number of changes.
Sure. Always
Is
have.
that okay?
Yeah.
Or you want them to swallow
Yeah.
this bill?
In some cases, they have things that I like even better. No, it always happens. There'll be some changes. But John Thune and Mike have been very closely aligned with this. They've been moving it up together.
Apparently you said don't act with Medicaid. Apparently you did say in the room. There is some concern among some Republicans, including Senator Josh Hawley, that this could impact benefits and that could be amount to a quote hidden tax on the.
I didn't say. Here's what I said.
I'm wondering if you're.
Here's what I said. What do you want to say? I said waste, fraud, and abuse for Medicaid. If you find waste or fraud,
Yo, Merck premiums are going higher even though the stock is dropped. So those premiums are still juicing. J&J premiums went down.
Illegals be on, they'll destroy it. It will be destroyed. They want to have illegal immigrants be on. And if you do that, because it wasn't designed for that. Waste,
Okay, Boeing starting to work up. Pizza. Yeah, bro, YouTube is fucking with y'all today. So yeah, just either refresh or go to the Twitch. Sorry, guys. I don't know what it is.
85%. And right now, I'm saving it. I'm saving the whole thing because I did something that nobody was willing to do. Other countries pay a tiny fraction what we do. And I instituted favored nations. We're now going to pay the lowest in the world. We're going to be the equivalent of the lowest country in the world. People go to London, they go to Canada, they go to other countries, many other countries.
Yo, UNH premiums are holding up too.
Pharmaceutical products and drugs at a fraction of the
Oh,
cost.
never mind. They just dropped the
Now, we're
fucking
gonna have
bid.
the lowest cost anywhere in the world, and nobody else would do that but me. And that might be an election by itself, might be election winning. Now, when you add that in, when you put that into Medicaid and Medicare, we've just strengthened Medicare and Medicaid. And the Democrats won't do that. You know why? Because they're taken care of by the drug companies. And the ones that are taken care of are hard line. Some Republicans get money from drug companies, and that's okay, because they're okay with it. I talked about it. The drug companies take care of everybody. It's the biggest lobby, most powerful lobby in the world. There's no lobby like that. But the Republicans are okay with it. Not only okay with it, they love it. It was time. So we're going to cut drug prices from 75 to 85, in some cases even more than that. You know, I was telling the story that, and some of you were at that news conference. I gave a news conference where I was the first one in 18 years to cut drug costs for the year. And they were like a quarter of a point to half a point less.
Cato's still going. Oh yeah, where's Space?
Now I'm cutting them by 80.
Space is still holding up. That one's odd.
Because I stopped the scam. This was a scam. Between
It's a
the
scam.
middlemen and the drug companies. This was a giant scam. And by the way, and other countries, because other countries fought for this. This was a giant scam, and we're not going to have it. So remember this. Go back and tell your people, if you'd like to, that the Republican Party is cutting the cost of drugs.
Okay, SPY going down.
85%, not 8%, not 5%, not 1%, 85%. And you're going to have the lowest drug prices anywhere in the world because I'm doing favored nations. And it's all
Okay, so the Pharma comments, but SPY just took it right off of it. Again, the most favored nation, we did, you did get some friction the first time it was announced.
DOJ is weaponizing with the arrest of a congresswoman, Democratic congresswoman.
Oh, give me a break. Did you see her?
Give me a break.
You know, those days are over. The days of woke. The days of woke. No, I didn't. The days of woke are over. The days of woke are over. I have no idea who she is. That woman was out of control. She was shoving federal agents. She was out of control. The days of that crap are over in this country. We're going to have law and order.
Mr. President, thank you very much. You campaigned on lowering the price of groceries. How do you justify cutting food assistance in this bill?
Let me just tell you, the cut is going to give everybody much more food because prices are coming way down. Groceries are down. Eggs. You told me about eggs. You asked me a question about eggs my first week. You said eggs.
Okay, SPY
I
still.
just got here. Tell me about eggs. And it was going through the roof. You know that eggs now are way down. Everybody's buying eggs. Groceries down. Energy's down. Gasoline is now they're buying gasoline now for $1.99. If you look back, you'll see $3.50, $4. This country, we're going to lose this country. Our country now is respected all over the world. All over the world we're respected. We were a laughing stock. The entire world we were a laughing stock. I went to the Middle East, and those rulers of those three countries are very powerful people, very big people, very rich people. They respect our country again. China was going to take them over. You know, China was going to they were going to get into the, if you look, Saudi Arabia, you take a little look what was happening with Qatar, UAE, great people, unbelievable leaders, but they were abandoned by this country. And they're not going to China anymore. They love us, we love them. We're going to take care of them, and they're going to take care of us. We came back with $5.1 trillion. Trillion. Every other president.
Myrna going crazy. SPY dropping. Again, I'm taking profits on a couple of plays here right now. But yeah, you are going lower.
$5 billion a day under the past administration. I have to be a little careful the way I talk because there's a lot of anger about that administration.
Okay, SPY. Watch it, see if small caps catch any sort of bid off of this.
Okay, who ran the auto pen?
So again, but other than that, though, any of the big tech weakness is kind of adding, and then any of the equal weight holding up is slipping. Again, the healthcare comments didn't help.
We were laughed at 7 months ago. Then you had November 5th, and our country is respecting again. Thank you.
Do you think Congressman Lawler and the other stalled Republicans will vote for this bill?
Thank you. So yeah, I think, again, more of the comments on Medicare, it kind of highlights that they're still having trouble with this reconciliation bill. And then again, the most favored nation, that does relate to some of the trade stuff. But other than that, man, you were kind of doing good, sold off. There's individual names that are still kind of holding, but yeah, everything's doing its own little thing. So I would make our minds up, but I wouldn't be too reactive. And keep in mind, even after this, you are just right to where we opened. I know, isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? I know they killed the J&J ones, but then Merck got a little bit of a bid. That one was odd. So Merck and then J&J, but remember the next 2 days we're going to hear from it. But yeah, I think those J&Js will die now. You have the little 30% window. It did that yesterday, but then that's why on the way up, those will lag. And then that could be another opportunity. But for now, still kind of odd. CEP still is going nuts. Microsoft, NVIDIA. Like I said, big tech isn't really playing along. So I think everybody else is doing fine. And then Bond's got a damn bid. Volume stats, most of them are the same. Like UNH, those are your top. I could give you that. I just flipped those. UNH is top, HD, Duke, Pfizer, Tesla, FedEx, Target, Lowe's, Google, MRK, Medtronic, Esso, and Google. Those are like your top 10. But volume is a little lower, though. Like comparatively, some names were doing way more volume by this time in the morning. Still very early, but that's why I'm saying If there's a lot of volume very early, you could kind of get an idea. But those UNH was a good dip buy if you still have them. No plays, please. I don't care if you've posted good news. You can't break the rules. No, they're at the same fucking price. BG again, bro. I've seen this one all day. Yeah, BG and ADM, whatever's going on with those food plays. Yeah, NVO's starting to dump, though. And then Merck. Like I said, all of those started to slip. Those were holding you up in the morning, and then they went down. Apple Worldwide Developer Conference kicks off June 9th. So if anyone's interested. And then Kroger's still working its way up. Trump killed the pharma trade. Yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about yesterday. There's a lot going on in healthcare and pharma, and that right now is the most beat down industry besides energy, actually. So there's like mid-cap energy and oil. They are, I think, more than 50% are trading below book value. So that's a really beaten down industry. And then pharma. So we talked about this one on the watch list yesterday, but here's everything with healthcare and pharma. This is all of the events over the last 35 years. So again, you have the Hillary Care, then you have the Medicare Modernization, Affordable Care Act, and then just look, all of this during Trump, from the election, the passage of the IRA, and then the first 10 drugs is the IRA, and then you got to deal with RFK. So there's a lot, but literally, historically, you have one of the biggest lows on healthcare and biotechs as if it was '08. So that's going to be an industry, but then again, there's a lot of uncertainty. This is how I understand the UNH trade. Just quite simply, it's high risk, high reward. That's all. There's a lot of uncertainty, and if you think it goes away, you'll get rewarded. If not, that uncertainty, you're going to hold these valuations, if not go lower, for a very, very long amount of time, depending on what goes on. This was from the watch list. Amen. Pinduo Duo now selling off. That's another one. And then Space is climbing back up. That one's weird, man. Like I'm saying, that rumor was odd, but it's still kind of holding. Let me check the volume on this bitch. Let's see. The watch list is on this channel. So if you actually click on this channel, there's a whole playlist called the watch list. Yeah, so Space, the last 3 days ago, fucked up the volume because it was very abnormal. But even with that, it is trading above average right now. So yeah, and it's predicted to have a bigger than expected volume day. So Space is expecting 18 million in volume. And then right now I think it's sitting at half that. Not even. It's sitting at a third of that. So again, that means either buys or sells. Asked whether U.S. will impose Russia sanctions after EU, we will see, says Trump. So Trump comment on sanctions as well in Russia. Webull on the low. There's Kroger. I keep seeing this one. Who is the other one? There's another. Where is it? RTK? No, RTX? Okay, SPY dancing around. Trump on Russia. You just had that. What else? Maybe we could do that. Right now might be a good time where if you guys have any plays, we could go. I could do the volume analysis for you. Like I just went over the top 10. Do you guys want to see the biggest block trades? So, oh, where is it? I had a block trade tracker. First Solar. SPY's just dancing VWAP though, so you gotta be careful. Pinduoduo selling off, and then so is Amazon. I wish there was like a link, because usually they'll either inverse or go in tandem, and now they're both playing along. But then Pinduoduo is getting like weird volume. And then again, Baba and K-Web's holding up. Not to mention though, look at this SPY, you guys. We're just chilling. Restoration on the high. What is this? 209? Is that 210? It's popping. I don't see a headline. Option premiums are really expensive. Check RH, Restoration. Yeah, you got to have a big budget. Starting to move, though. They're tripping out all the contracts. Again, RH. Lawler says he doesn't support tax bill as it stands now. Yeah, consumer staples. RH is a good one, but just expensive. Well, I don't have a headline on it. That's moving now. Foot Locker, didn't they get bought out? Yeah, bigger volume there. Still going. U.S. finds solar imports from South Asia injure U.S. industry. We're going to hear again from Vietnam today. Yeah, JKS, that's the headline. Junko. So they're getting clapped on that. ON dropping. JKS dropping. And then SPY still dancing around VWAP. Bonds hit their high of the day, and now they're kind of meandering, but everything is. Again, it's kind of crazy. There's less volume and like less momentum even from yesterday, and even though there was an event, yesterday wasn't even that crazy. So very fascinating, and it's only 8 o'clock. NSC, BWXT, Junko, chillin'. Who's the other guy? Watch those biotechs, but again, that from the morning has definitely changed the vibe. Like I said, Merck premiums are climbing. CEP has been up all day. All right, Space came down. ADM, BG, those are still going, and now there's your SPY candle. So bouncing after whatever little comments we had in movement, but again, panic is lower. U.S. findings set stage for duties on Southeast Asia imports. Okay, yalla, habibi, yalla. Yeah, CEP keeps moving up. The J&Js, they chilled out, but it's not 30%, just back to break even. I still like it, but not as much. I want some momentum there. Boyle on the high. SPY still going up. I don't know if YouTube is still kicking y'all out. You should be better than earlier. Kicked out like 1,000 of y'all. So sorry. Blame YouTube. Chuck McManus. Welcome, my friend. And good morning. Good morning. Nothing happened on RH. CoreWeave working its way up. So be careful. I got rid of one of my sets of short-term contracts on there. Just because, again, if they expire by the end of this week, that's it. every day it stays up and doesn't go higher, you're going to lose money. So Carvana dying. What's going on here? I don't know if this is momentum or if there is news. Reuters is saying SpaceX is a front runner for all of them. There's too many rumors on it, you guys. So I'd be very careful with it. At this point, we know Donald Trump is going to be doing a Golden Dome announcement. But literally, there's been now like 3 or 4 companies. Even space, that was the pop that we had. But a lot of people are bringing in a lot of ideas and rumors. So at this point, I think it's starting to get very diluted. Earthquake of 6.2 strikes Papua New Guinea. Okay, Myrna and then SPY right back to open. I know, bro. Every time I sell UNH, it runs. So I hit like 20, 30%. I bottom ticked it. And then I sold out like right here. And then it fucking goes nuts. So yeah, GG's if you got it. Okay, Myrna taking off. That's probably the vaccine AdCom, if you guys remember. And out of all of them, that's the one holding up. Jeez, bro. Oh, I don't think those will fill. I'm trying to snake them. It's not going to fucking fill me. All right, is Myrna halted? No, it's still going up, but see. Yeah, I think it is the AdCom. Yeah, YouTube has been crashing all day. All right, I flipped out of Myrna. Oh, no way. Yeah. Ooh, I could have made more, but yeah, whatever that was. Well, yeah, I think, again, there's going to be an AdCom on, like, vaccine requirements for COVID. So I'm assuming that's it, but I got a bad fill. But now they're going up even more. It's very glitchy. BNTX going up too. So Myrna, BNTX, and NVAX now. Bro, it's a 10% pop. Oof, I should have held that. So I flipped the shit out of those, but yeah, you just got another 50% on those. Yeah, space coming down. Again, RTX. I sold out of my Bobos. I had a good one. But look at Myrna, Myrna, BWXT, and then the NVAX one. They're all going up. And Pfizer. Oh, yeah. So, again, I think this is related to the AdCom. Oh, my gosh. Woof. Oh, yeah, those hit. I overpaid, and then I sold early, but then it went up again. You could have pretty much top-ticked any one of those and hit. Kroger's still going up as well. All right, and SPY 2. Rep Lorler and Lyota says they won't budge on salt cap. Nice. Yo, J&J's starting to wake up too. So look, there's something's going on the conference then, because this isn't just Myrna. They're hyping up these biotechs again. Yeah. And then you're coming into Euro close in about 15 minutes, but now the J&J premiums have came back up, and now Myrna, Pfizer, BNTX, all of these names are starting to go. So eyes on that, but you're getting, again, Myrna, bro, you could have top tick anything those hit. Habibi. PCVX now? Is this another fucking biotech? Yeah, Vaxcyte. Again, something with these COVID vaccines. It's going to stop eventually, but for now they are running. Oh. Yeah, whatever. All of these vaccine plays, bro. Yeah, UNH, I fucking sold too early. That was a hitter, though. If you got it, bro, you could have... Again, look at the stream alerts. A fucking bottom tick. Myrna was a lot more, yes. COVID news about FDA. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So if you were on the watch list last night, we knew there's going to be a COVID or a vaccine adcom in this event. But yeah, those all hit. Yeah, so PCVX, J&J. Now Illumina, that's the other one. Again, we saw them moving up, and then like I'm saying, some of your other plays have gone up now. PCVX, that's the other one. Guild, UNH, J&J, Merck, all of them now are waking up, bro. Actually, Merck, not as much. Okay. TEM, all Boeing. And now Guild. Now all the biotechs are starting to go off. FDA mandates trial for COVID boosters for healthy kids and adults from 20 minutes ago. I think there's going to be more on there. Again, I think it's related to the AdCom. They're going to pretty much FDA by the end of this week, maybe today, they're going to come out with a bunch of stuff on COVID pretty much, or the vaccines. That's what I'll assume it is. And then another magnitude 6.6 in Papua New Guinea. All right, Boeing. I sold out. I got a good gain on that, but yeah, those are still running. Again, I gave you two different plays, short or longer term on Boeing, but they both hit. And now Myrna, I botched that one. I still made a gain. Again, all these I've hit, but just sold mad fucking early. Yeah, TEM's going up. Oh, where's my value? Okay, UNH, I whiffed. Okay, even Humana, they're all going up. No Bitcoin. And then where's Nibis? Is still up or no? No, Nibis came down. Space came down. Novax is still ripping. PCVX was the other one. Again, NVAX. All of these names related to the COVID vaccine are going insane right now. So hopefully you guys got it. Don't get mad for selling early. You're rich. I'm not mad. I've hit almost everything. So sorry for giving you guys FOMO. But then again, you shouldn't even get FOMO. You should get a long term. But yeah, I sell early on everything. But these are some, some of you guys using the stream alerts. I hope that you can maximize it even better. But some of these entries are fucking ridiculous. That's why I'm like, no. I think I'm just impatient. I'm impatient and I get too many ideas. That's my only problem. Why didn't I pick up? I don't like UNH. I don't know how many times I need to explain that. I've gambled on it and I went 4 for 4 or 3 for 3 on trades, but I don't like UNH. I don't know why this is failing to fall on ears that listen, but I don't like UNH like that. So that's why I've hit all the plays. I hit one today. They're even good, but I'm not willing to tie my money and shares to that, because if that goes just like the day where I said I'm not a fan and then it drops another 10%, that's the risk, and that's exactly why I wouldn't want to do shares. So again, all these option plays, I'm making money on them, but none of my max risks are high. So if I'm wrong on them and I whiff, I'll lose $100, but I'm not going to be buying $32,000 of 100 shares and a 10% move. That's going to be $3,000 a pop, and that's what happens on volatility. So I'm glad with my other shares I purchased, but UNH was not it for me, at least. Tem is, I got that on the bottom right. I don't know if that's part of the AI thing too. That's like AI medical or something, right? It's one of those. Half of the good. Well, every play today, you had a lot of time. Nibis, 200%. Again, UNH is now 100%. What other one was there? The Peloton, I just put out the news. The Boeing, 60, 70%. You could have had that all morning. So none of those were news related, and those all hit. So, yeah, today I don't think that applies to what you just said. So some days it does, but not today. Today was just great entries. You either sold early or you're still holding. Yeah, a lot of these were on the watch list too, if you had time to get it. Oh, sorry. Wrong window. Yeah. So even then, to give you context, after all of this, $35 million of insider buys, this is at the same spot I was yelling at you guys for impulsively buying it. Yeah, I don't like UNH. Like I said, this could be your high risk, high reward if you really want it. But then again, if it drops another 100 or if it goes up another 100, that is your risk. RTX, again, the premium just moved all week. So we sold out a 300%er on that, but it's there. I like, again, and then this whatever happens at 3 p.m., you're going to watch a lot of these just random ass names go crazy. Because there's way too many rumors on who's getting the Golden Dome. I think it's quite fascinating. Okay, TEM is breaking out. And then Carvana is still flushing. It's been doing that for almost an hour now. And then SPY coming down. Whatever you just had there, that little rally you dropped on with some Trump comments. I don't know if that was the reason. Then we bounced. A lot of medical medicine, vaccine plays started moving, and now we're coming back down. U.S. Health Secretary RFK Jr. Maha Commission report will come out on Thursday. Hot dog. So watch XLV. Let's see if they, maybe even Pepsi and Coke, but RFK Make America Healthy Again report comes out on Thursday. TEM collaboration with Verisystem. Let me see if that's there. Because, again, a lot of the pharma plays moved in tandem. Yeah, Tempest. This was in the morning. To develop companion for ovarian cancer combination treatment. That's from the AM. Not being reiterated yet. Disney still up. CoreWeave and Nibis. Oh, I have 2 TEMs. What did I think that one was? Oh, you did 10 push-ups? It is that time. It is that time. I know what. I had no AMC. The other day, it had that move, and then we ain't hear shit. Natural gas jumps over 9. All right. Cart on the high. I think we got to wait now. I'm pretty much done. We had some great hits today. I think anything else, we either take some profits or now we wait. And then I think 3 p.m. 3 p.m. is going to be a fun time. All right, Chattadonia, let me stand up. Oh, man, happy Tuesday. Ooh, NRXS, what the fuck? Oh, this thing is getting murdered right now. Neuraxis down 80. Oh, yeah, that was the one from this morning. Fuck yeah. I said I put this one on watch. If that goes down to break even, I'm down to flip that. Yeah, they had an IBS drug. That's why I like it. So it's a big addressable market. They were up 200, but see, if that one goes back to break even, that will be good. But other than that, Chad, you've been here for about 2.5 hours. Stand up and move the body around. Sitting is the new smoking. If you don't take care of your body, you will die. Do you guys know that? Like your health, and this is the only body you have. So if you don't take care of it, it will backfire. Trump sets new requirements for COVID vaccines in healthy adults and children. AP. So that's what all that was for. Worth holding contracts till 3. So Tommy, you have asked me these questions every day and I've never answered them. So I need to get rid of you now. Too much noise, bro. You need to learn. I'm not going to tell you what to do. So please stop asking. But now you will not be tempted to ask because it costs $5 to ask again. So thank you. Scalise, we're going to deliver this week on tax bill. Intel on the high and Oracle. Remember, Intel had a rumor of selling off a unit. Yeah, Intel pop. All right. So move around. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to do my push-ups. If YouTube kicks you out, it's a today thing, so sorry. But good morning.
Bloomberg's Ian King about what is happening with NVIDIA. There is a lot of news flow from here in Las Vegas and its partnership with Dell, but also Computex in the last 48 hours out of Taiwan on that name. I want to bring you a piece of news, a technology headline that you might have missed. Airbnb shares are also under pressure right now. There was a report in the New York Times in the last 24 hours that Spain, the country of Spain, has asked Airbnb to remove about 66,000 listings in that country. That seems to be the only catalyst out there. The stock down almost 3%. We'll continue to track that, of course. Brian Chesky was just on the show last week talking about some of that expansion, particularly in Europe. The focus right now, as it has been for many days, is AI infrastructure. The CEOs of OpenAI and SoftBank have promised a lot with their Stargate investment, pledging to spend as much as $500 billion. In the latest episode of The Circuit, Bloomberg's Emily Chang spoke with OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son about their hopes for the project and how it came about.
How did you get to talking with Masayoshi Son and Larry Ellison, and how did you all come together?
I did 2 kind of long trips around the world, and a lot of it was to talk to developers and governments, but a lot of it was also to just really try to get my head around the supply chain. On one of those trips, I met with Masa, and we got to speaking about what it would take to do compute at this kind of scale.
Hi, Masa. It's so nice to see you. What conversations did you have with Sam that led to Stargate?
Well, we have a shared vision of AGI coming soon, and we need compute.
Of all the bets you could make, why this? Why Stargate?
Well, I believe in the vision that this AI, the AGI, will change the mankind's life in every aspect. And we are lucky to see this enormous revolution, and I'd like to be part of that. I get excited. Last month, I came to celebrate your winning and promise that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500.
Explain the math to us. How does it all add up to needing $500 billion?
Well, that covers the capacity we think we need for the next few years, given our growth projections. The interesting question is if we knew how to get $1 trillion right now, which we don't, would we be able to deploy that profitably in the next few years? And I'm not sure about that, but I feel confident we can make 500 billion of value back.
There was OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son there. Let's bring in Bloomberg's Emily Chang for more, who actually got exclusive access to that Stargate site in Abilene, Texas. And any technology journalist, just take my word for it, dreams of going inside, the cutting edge hyperscale data center. Seriously, they do. Even better to get into it before it's fully built and operational. What was that like? What did you see? What did you record and report?
Well, Ed, as you know, after 15 years of covering technology, it's not necessarily the most visual story, but seeing the sheer scale and speed at which these data centers are rising from the red dirt in Abilene, Texas was pretty incredible. There's been a lot of mystery, a lot of secrets around this project. Some people don't even believe it is real, but I have to tell you, I was there.
Here.
We saw the cranes and the excavators, and we walked around in the hard hats. And, there is building after building that right now is empty, but it's going to be packed
Twist
with
and
NVIDIA
Grail.
GPUs. And
a lot of
those
things
GPUs
pop in.
are
Small
gonna power
caps, it looks like.
What Sam Altman and Masayoshi
Grail on the
Son
high,
will
and then
be,
Twist, and
will be the
Vertex, and
insatiable demand
Humana,
for AI.
and
Right now,
SNN.
they
There's
just
actually a
don't
lot
have
of random
enough compute, and
biotechs.
that's
It's all
why
biotechs, bro. It's
OpenAI
biotech
really,
season.
really needs this project to succeed, really needs this money.
U.S. set to
fund
extend
the
Chevron
resources that
Venezuela
will power
waiver by another
ChatGPT,
60
of course,
days.
and more.
The money, the pledge is $500 billion.
Yeah, Space did dump.
Really going to be
That's what I said on the stream alert. I went, it was like a $30 play, but we said it might, I wouldn't buy it. I bought the play, but I wasn't buying the rumor, if that makes sense.
Investors are questioning whether they really want to invest in all these data centers. I did talk to Mas about
Elon's going to be on another one. He was on Bloomberg this morning. Tempest now ripping.
He's been in this business. The economy is always changing, always shifting, but one thing that is so true for him is that AI is going to be big. And he talked about his conviction around AI, around AGI, that everybody is going to want to use this, is going to need this. He admitted, I've made mistakes. WeWork, of course, that was a mistake.
But it's just, if you notice, that's what I was saying, all of them. You guys watched it in real time. Trump announced this Golden Dome thing, and then rumor after rumor started hitting. But I think they got too greedy. Because, like I'm saying, the rumor hit 10 different stocks, so it doesn't hit the same. Service now on the high.
Not alone in this field, right? AWS and Amazon want to bring Project Rainier online. There are all the deals in the Middle East for infrastructure. Do we really need all of these data centers?
NVO is still up. It's crazy. It's still 2%, and Eli's down.
They actually have been pulling back, and there is this question: is a building stuffed with GPUs that get really hot? Is that really the best way to power the AI of the future? And sort of everyone agrees there will be a more efficient way at some point. Even Sam Altman said so, but that's not happening now. And so Sam said, we need these data centers now. We think we can return $500 billion in value. And sort of the idea is, Stargates around the world. And even if we've seen Microsoft and Amazon pull back a little, they are still building, like you mentioned, Project Rainier and others. So I actually want to introduce you to the developer of the Stargate project. It's a company called Crusoe, Chase Lockmiller. He's the guy that took me around, and we rode around in our little ATV, maybe a big ATV, seeing all this red dirt being moved. And he talked about sort of just the scale of the infrastructure that's happening in the building that he expects to happen across the U.S. and around the world. Take a listen.
What we're undergoing right now is sort of the largest.
Yeah, no, they kicked a lot of people out today.
Right?
I don't know what happened
where we built the
with the
interstate
bandwidth
highway system.
So yeah, but issues on today's video.
Interstate commerce and transportation, and catalyze this massive boom in the U.S. economy. What's happening?
But it's good.
in
Let's
AI
use this moment to
we're
thin
building the super
the
highway
herd.
system that's gonna enable
Chatitative
modern
tightening.
intelligence systems.
Do y'all got law terms or
so
what?
right now at Stargate,
What's
there are
up?
about 22,000 employees on site bringing this thing to life. They're
Reuters
building it, but
pumping the
question is,
Intel news.
how
Bro,
many
they've
people
done
does it
that
actually
3
take to
times.
run a data center, and the
But yeah,
partners
I've
of
seen
Stargate
that
have
from the
legally
AM.
agreed to 350 or so jobs. The people of Abilene, however, are hoping that it'll create a lot more jobs than that. So if you watch the premiere episode of The Circuit, which is out now, you'll get to see, not just those interviews, but we talked to the people of Abilene, the mayor of Abilene, and, learn more about just how this project is coming to life.
No?
Bloomberg's Emily Chang, thank you very much. And as Em said, do check out.
You had to sell your long-term due to an emergency.
Season 3 premieres this
That's
Thursday,
okay.
6 p.m. Eastern.
You guys know I'm not talking about you, right? Like a lot of you, if you went through real life and needed to use your long-term, my brother, amen. I'm talking about the people who willfully ignore a long-term. The people who could tell me everything about a gamma squeeze. You could tell me everything about the market, a trade, but you don't own it. You don't think that's wild? Oh, they don't hear me. So yeah, it's good. But hopefully for those of you who are in situations and your long-term needs to provide for you, just remember what I talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. Make sure you exhaust every opportunity before tapping the long-term. That's it. And as long as you tried your best and you really tried to use every other means besides your long-term before going to it, then I have no problem with it. But if you're kind of, don't be irresponsible though. And there's some people, you have this money and it, like literally, I'll give you a great example. My sister, she asked me to buy her a computer. I'm like, what the fuck do you want a computer? I'm like, you don't even work in computers, girl. I'm like, what do you mean you want me to buy you a computer? I'm like, aren't you gainfully employed? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, I don't have the money, and then this, and then that. And then she's like, can I use my long term? And I look at her. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? For a computer? And I said, if you really want to, you can. But no. And it's like, one, she didn't need the money. It was for something that wasn't important. So I'm glad she asked me first. She tried to exhaust every opportunity, but quickly she was like, oh, I have $14,000 in an account. Let me go buy something that I want. Or, oh, okay, now I need it and I have the money. So just don't make that mistake. Just because the money's sitting there, it doesn't mean that that's not your first or second option. But if you did go through all the bases, man, that's it. That's life. And, I think it was meant to be. You know that? And I think that those of you who life has forced you to sell your long-term, and I think you did it faithfully and you actually did the right steps, I think that was meant to be in a good way. And I think it's highlighting the importance to you of why you're going to always need a long-term. And today might suck and you may have struggled in the short term, but in the long run, I think that long term, you know damn well what it's going to provide. So let's go, baby. Let's go. Dave and Buster's? Oh, no, that's Play. The re-up. Well, let's do it. I'm about to sell my long term if I get a prop. Dude, these guys, bro, everybody, what happened yesterday? I'm telling you, the Moody's downgrade, like real estate agents are pissed. I got one guy, he's just like, this property hasn't sold for 365 days. And homeboy is mad that I offered him 10% lower. So I got yelled at on that. And then another property I offered full price and they haven't gotten back to me. And I'm like, yo, what's up? They yelled at me too. Then the shitty house with the bathroom in front of the door, I'm still waiting. It's already been like 3 business days since I put the offer. So, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, we'll get it to you in the morning. And it's not, I guess it's still the morning, but I don't know, man. It's been wild, bro. Wild couple of days. Well, I don't know why they yelled at me, bro. Literally, I thought it was a fair offer. And then the other people, full price, they were just mad. I don't know, man. Everybody's just pissed off. Some people are happy. BNTX, again, the vaccine news. No, I hated that property, the one where they got mad and it's been listed for a year, bro. That one was oh man, that one I was trying to like drive to it, dude. It was terrible. It was terrible. All of them are terrible. That's what's the funniest part. Any of the houses that are like good deals, they just get weirder and weirder right now. Like but I am looking for like a certain type of property, but they are like, man, I feel like it's going downhill because the properties that are nice, all of the owners want double. And then all of the properties that are like priced fairly, they're so bad that like it's not even a fair price because it's that bad. You know what I'm saying? Guild is rocketing big call options on that as well too. So yeah, Guild, they're already up though. Be careful. You bought 4 shares of UPS. I'm proud of you, but I don't care. Don't post any plays in here, long-term or short-term. That's it. The pumpers have ruined it. The pumpers and the greedy mother effers. You could follow along on Instagram, on the YouTube channel, on the long-term alerts. But yeah, I'm the captain now. I have monopoly on play. I tell you play. That's it. That's it. And all you hear long-term, and then you hear me talk about option play that you don't know about because I don't tell you to buy them, but I give you the option info. Yeah, quickly. I'm doing so many voices. Hurry! I get to the yards now! It says long-term okay. Oh, I updated it. It might have been an old video. But yeah, so ignore that. I'll change it now, but you all know this. Don't even get cute with me. That's it. I'm sick of the cuteness. All of it. All of the cuteness. I'm sick of the people who I know listen and don't listen. I don't like it. If you ask a question and I know you know the answer to, you're a bitch. And I'm not going to accept it. So, yeah, like I said, this is chattitative tightening. We might need to remove a little bit more. Oh, I don't like it. Good. That's the point. That is exactly the point. We are here for the few. That's it. We were here for the many. The many did not want it. So, I will give the few who want it. The chat VIX is broken today. I'm telling you. Half the people can't even enter. Dude, it's kicking people out left and right. And I see it on the little chart. It's lagging. Straight rebuking. Amen. Amen. Off market single. What have you been looking for? Well, yeah, they could be off market, but again, price, info, and all that. But I'm not doing the email thing. I have no emails. So last time I answered a question, y'all bothered me with it, and I'm not doing that. So sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. A Chad noise? Well, do you have a long term? Dr. Bird. And then we're coming back down. But it is the last two days, bro. We are going to find out what happens. But, you know, again, the panic has been a lot lower. So even with everything going on, all of this is very, very slow. Google I.O. be an event. It could be. Jake from State Farm. What up, baby? Good morning, my friends. Oh, we had the Bradley Peach, and now we have Jake from State Farm. Happy Tuesday. TMDX. They're not the one that got the buyout offer, is it? Yeah, TMDX going crazy. I know Mosby. Didn't you get that one? That one's a good one. Hamas talks on Gaza have halted in recent days. Tell something. John, you just want a reaction. I don't like you. Goodbye. Like I said, this morning, you guys, the cute shit is done. Like I'm saying, they're like, Josh, why do you trade if you do the long term? I gave you all the trades. Y'all didn't listen. I'm good at it. What do you want me to tell you? It's a secret. Now you can't get it. That's it. You're not going to bully me into it. You guys don't realize you use Jesus to get plays out of me. Then you use the chat, then the subscribers, then you'll report me. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't you guys think that's do you not see the problem? Like, do you see what lengths you are going to for gambles when all you have to do is get a long term? All you have to do is get a long term. And people will try to use words and weird, just get so deep over what? That's it. I can make my own plays, so can you. That's all you got to do. Do your own. Get a long term. That's what I'm going to help with. We've been helping with it. But yeah, so if you don't like it, you guys got to realize it's time to move on, as we've been saying. So you either love it or that's it. Because again, why? If you have questions and like, why the play? Why this? Why? Go somewhere else and figure it out. Otherwise, I'm going to get even worse. You know that? I only get worse. That's the sad part, but that's why I'm saying you guys have had a lot of time. You've had a lot of opportunity, but the times of, you got to be exactly where you want to be. So you know what I'm going to give you. I think I've been pretty clear about it. Everywhere we go, you got to either run with it or go somewhere else. So I love you and happy morning. Oh, this ain't even philo. I'm just chattitative tightening away as we stay at the same price. I hit a bunch of trades today again. So I've done my work. I got one or two losers in there, I think. No, they did generally good. I got one that's not doing good, but yeah, I've already done it. And yeah, all of the info, man. I think there's just a skill gap. Because the people who pump and the people who want the easy shit and are just like degenerates, like real bad degeneracy, they want it force-fed and spoon-fed, you know what I'm saying? But some of you, God bless you, I love it. I'm watching some of you take the info and piece together your own. That's why you guys are having just as much fun. I'm watching you take info and you're fucking putting the puzzle pieces together, and I like it. That's what I taught you. So amen, bro. And that's what I want. And I like it. And that's what I want to see more of. But other than that, the culling, it's time to cull. You got to trim the tree. Oh, yeah. I like it. But no, that's what I was saying, man. It's just, I think you could really see those of you who are like locked in, paying attention, the skill gap, the info, it's next level, bro. And it's a huge gap in between. So, and that's why I think we feed that. But get a fucking long term. What are we talking about? Just get a long term. That's it. That's all. That's all I want you to do. That's all. Y'all were willing to fight me over a trade. Get a fucking long term. If we all get long terms, you will all win. You know that, right? You will become rich. You will have more money than you've ever had in the home. That's all you gotta do. Oh, amen. Amen. I hope they hear me, bro. Keep going. Would you start your own hedge fund? No, never. That's it. That's what I'm sick of. I don't like hearing people. I don't take people's money. I don't like listening to them. Walmart. Yo, Wally World. Oh, that one's big. Okay, Wally World. What do we got? That's a big drop. It's only 1%. Cleveland, 3 scenarios where Terra City. It might be a dud, honestly. Hold on. I grabbed a small one. The premiums moved up. about 50%, but it's only moved 1%. We're early. I don't see what the headline is, though. But literally 1% drop on Walmart. So eyes on that. Okay, premiums are still up. Now they're dropping bids, but like I said, they're up 50 from the bottom. But see, if that continues, there'll be something. Keep it small because, again, we've seen a lot of pump fakes. That's either going to be a dud or that's going to be huge. So, again, there's cheap ones for like $30. You don't need to go too nuts. I am very tired. Which one's that? Oh, the vaccine plays are still up too. Okay, they're just moving the fucking bids. Okay, now it's starting to run. Alrighty. Now it's even higher than the first ones. I have no idea what it is. The premium, they're going anywhere between like 10 and 40%. It's actually running around a lot. I'm surprised. But yeah, I don't see anything. Always on Rubio food shipments. That's not it. But remember we saw the other ship moving? Like ADM and Bungie. All right. Well, be wise, but no update yet. Target earnings, yeah. And remember, Walmart just going through the tariff shit. And the whole Trump eat tariff things and Besant. But like I'm saying, 1%'s big for Walmart. That's either going to turn into something bigger or it's done. All right, you're still going. You got like 30%. I don't know if Trump made any comments. All right, it started to come back up. Again, 10 to 40, just all depending on it. Oh, wow. Okay, bid and ask is same price now. The fuck? Okay, now they're coming. Now it's popping. No headline. That was weird. All the bids and asks lined up for a second. And then, yeah, now that's on the bounce. I'm still up on them. I was trying to make it free at the higher price. But yeah, I have no idea what's up there. Nothing else. Hamas, all I see is Hamas headlines. Nothing on Walmart yet. And then SPY bouncing. Tesla's coming up. SKBL, and then Yalla. Walmart responds after Trump says tariff change should absorb costs. Okay, they're still just holding the premiums. I still kind of don't like it, though. Oh, hello, Mr. Hammett. All right, I'm out of it. I took a small gain, literally 5%. I had 30 or 40, then I tried to make it free, then they bounced it. I still like it. I don't know what it is, though. But I'm out. Small gain. Apple plans to let developers tap into large language models. Yo, Apple LL. Oh, my goodness. Yo, Apple. That's coming out now to unveil at WWDC event. That's coming out now. And then Walmart's coming back down. I still like the Wally Worlds, but I don't know. I think we were too early on it. And then yeah, Apple's going. Premium's just jacked up 50%. So be careful. You can play it if you want. I'm not touching that one. I've touched too many of these today. I'm either hitting them or super early. Then the space one didn't work. And then that's it. But again, Nibis and a few others did. But do what you need to. Apple's still going. Oh, I don't want to do it. The premium's jacked. But yeah, Apple large language model. About Target, major tariff hikes coming? No way. So let me get this straight. You went on Reddit and they were worried about tariffs? That sounds like breaking news. That's a big development. I didn't know. I thought Reddit, out of all places, I thought they would be more reasonable. And I thought they would be more like, you know, more neutral. No way. So if it's hitting Reddit with tariff news, that's insane. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, I know, man. I know. That's I'm just being sarcastic. Merc, I sold out of my J&Js. I took the small one. They were hoeing me. A lot of good plays. That's it. The plays they'll hoe it a little bit though. That's why. But unfortunately, you either get the big win, like UNH was a perfect bottom tick. They hoed you by selling early. And then even Walmart, they're about to hoe us right there. I had 40%. I walk away with 5%. And then, but look, you would have lost everything on that, or you would have lost 30 of it by now. Google keynote soon. Bro, I want to talk shit about Google, but besides them fucking you guys up today, they just hooked me up. So honestly, Sundar, thank you, bro. You know, I got nothing to say. You see that? Isn't that funny? My big ass mouth. And oh, look at that. Just by, you know, they showed me some love. I got nothing to say all of a sudden. Look at that. So thank you, Sundar. Thank you. Yeah. The UNH play? Yeah, bro. They were fired. Though you said you hate it. I know. Well, that's why I don't know if you guys, like, I'm actually kind of disappointed in some of y'all. Because y'all hoeing me, bro. Do you not realize that we hit every short-term play on UNH? So I'm like 3 for 3 with one of them as high as 800%. Do you guys know that? And then after all of this and the CEOs buying 30 million of stock, it is literally at the same price I was telling y'all I don't really fuck with it. And I had that whole premium plus joke to explain it. So imagine all of that. You're at the same exact fucking price. Every play short-term hit. So now I have zero exposure, zero risk. Pulled out a couple K just off of these little hits. And now you went through all of that to be at the same price where we started this conversation about exactly why I don't like it. So that's why I already know how it's going to play out. And this is why I'm telling you, you guys need to grow up and do what you want to do. Trump picks Jen Gutilin to lead Golden Dome development. That's coming out now. But do you not recognize what I'm telling you? Because what's going to happen? If it pops up, you're going to be like, Josh, why didn't you buy it? Oh, Josh. Oh, Josh. Oh, yeah, you and that. Oh, Josh, you told me not to buy you and that. You see what I'm saying? And then if it goes down, you're not going to say anything. And if I saved you the first time, you ain't going to say shit. So like I'm saying, I don't give a fuck. I bought my dip perfectly 3 weeks ago. Do you understand? Make no mistake. I bought in the fucking thick of it, in the middle when everyone was panicking. I bought that one. I even tried to start an ETF at the literal bottom. I have all of this documented. Do you understand? So I do not care. And that's why I'm saying I'm not trapped on this. So you are making your own decision. It's high risk, high reward. That's it. If you're right on UNH, you're going to make a bag. If you're wrong, you are going to waste your time and money for 1 to 3 years. That's it. So, but make up your own mind. And like I'm saying, though, I'm not, if you're going to try to attach me to this, fuck you. I'm not. I've hit all my option plays. It's doing its thing. And it's still below and at the same price I gave you the fucking first warning. So I like the opportunity, and things move 50% and there's volume. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, this is not my long term, and good luck and do whatever. Watch Trump takes our sons and daughters to work day event? What? Where is it? President participates in sons and daughters to work day. Come here, where's Barron? Barron! I took Barron to work today. I think he misses his suitcase. Does he like his suitcase? I like my suitcase. Oh, look at CoreWeave. Wow, CoreWeave. I sold one play. I have another one. Where is it? Look at that. It's the same price almost, actually. So look, you hit a new high on CoreWeave, but the plays that I sold, you could have got the same price in the morning. I have the other one. You know that too. How come nobody told? I have 2,000% on CoreWeave. Every $40 turned into a lot of money. Peloton, I hit that one. I don't know. We didn't, but nobody said they don't. They only focus on the other ones, like eggs. I brought eggs down. They don't say anything about eggs anymore. I know, Josh. I know what you're saying. Gilbert Gottfried. I know. Are you the guy who calls me him? So this guy makes that joke thinking I get mad at it. But I love it. I love Gil. I love fucking Aladdin. What are you telling me, bro? But are you ready to make you mad? Let me see. I'm richer than Gilbert Godfrey. You know that, right? So talk to me with some respect. Okay? So I love Gilbert Godfrey, everything. You know? But I've made more money than him. I'm worth more money. So stop playing around. You don't love it. You're a hater. You're a hater. And now that you have to think about that now, it's going to bother you for the rest of your life now. Because I love it. I love Gilbert Godfrey. I respect him. And, you know, it's good. I would gladly be the successful one. And I got successful through other means. But now, for you to talk shit, you're going to pay me another $5. And that's adding to my wealth. So I love it. Thank you. So if you would like another comment, $4.99, please. I love Gilbert Godfrey, though. Yeah, the third-party developers to write software using its AI models. It came down. I'm glad I faded that one. People are crazy. Well, I don't know. I have fun, but then too, I get it, guys. Like I said, I gave you it, and I know people go through a lot. So there's that. But then too, I think the gambling, bro. Oh yeah, some of you chads love it. It's very entertaining. But that's it. Like I told you, it's gamblers. That's all. Gamblers, you guys are terrible to be around. And I'm a gambler. That's why maybe I'm terrible to be around. But at the end of the day, it's just like this whole, like, think about who's talking shit, bro. It's gambling. It's all the degenerates. Like I told you, they're angry, they're mad, they demand stuff. If they just want to trade, they'll derail all of it. It's, yeah, bro, the options won't go up. So my ones with time are moving, but the other ones are all the monies. You guys got to realize there's way less time now. And then they're adding so many more. So it's trading very, very different. But yeah, near the monies are hitting though. I have a lot of old bond videos, yeah. Why lately? It's because we've changed the dynamic. That's it. I was giving them free plays for years. And then all they did was make fun of my religion. and then I showed them the long term, and then they're like, nah, fuck that. And then again, just like I'm telling you today, if you only highlight the stuff I do wrong, and you miss out everything else, then yeah, you're going to have a terrible time. So like I'm saying, I'll make it easy. All you're seeing on here is going to be long-term. That's it. I'm doing it perfectly. And the long-term will help you all out. So do that. And there you go. And, you know, all the degenerate gamblers, you're welcome. Okay? This is a wake-up call. And we're going to get all of you in a safe environment. And I hope all of you guys open your eyes and see long-term is the way. Okay? You could use your gambling to your advantage, but if it controls you and your behavior, then my brother, you are the product. Do you understand? Oh, I hope they feel me, bro. That's it. Are you willing to let go of the gambling? Those of you who are, you're going to have fun here. If you're not willing to let go of the gambling, my brother, you are the product. You're cool with that? Well, thank you. I think some of you know what I mean and what I stand for. And you guys see the benefits. So I do hope, and I'm glad. But those of you who want to argue about it and cause disruptions, make no mistake, the Chads who pay to be here, they love it. And we're going to entertainingly smash all of you into a long term. That's it. I'm going to make you get a long term. You know that? I'm going to make you. By the end of this, you're going to get a long term. Okay? You won't like me, but you're going to respect the long term. I'm your new long term stepfather. Okay? So shut the fuck up and get a long term. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun too. You guys are all getting long terms. Everybody. I'm going to start making you guys long terms. You know that? I'm going to start doing that. Now that I think about it, I'm going to start finding every hater. I'm going to make you a long term. I'm not going to give it to you, but I'm going to write your name down. I'm going to make a new account, and I'm going to just deposit and hold stocks. I'll be like, look, that could have been you if you just shut your fucking mouth and started investing. That could have been you. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Every little trader, I'm like, look, that's what you could have done. Yeah, that is savage. I could do it. You've seen me make multiple long terms. Tim, why are you donating, Tim? That's savage. That's real life. That is real life. Real life, you get a fucking long term. $200 a month, I could get you a down payment on a house in 3 years. Why are we fighting? There's nothing to fight over. You have the devil on your shoulder telling you to gamble, and it's telling you to argue about it. No, that's it. Long term. I have seen the Japanese yield. Why are you all giving me $1? Wait, what did I do to get $1? I need $1. Dollar is what I need. And the S&P is lower. Would you share your dollar with me? But yeah, we are coming down. This is terrible, guys. Look at this. 20-point range all day. So yeah, even though we got a couple of hits, there's some things decaying. But yeah, you know, we're moving a little different. Everyone send Josh $1 shout out. You don't have to. We're not. But hey, I'm not going to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'll take $1. I'll take $1. Thank you for the $1. This is amazing. Oh, wow. 10 of those dollars. Holy crap. Amen. God bless America. Thank you. Etsy. I like Etsy, believe it or not. I like any company that enriches people. So I don't know about their valuation and where they're at. I don't think they're like shop. Okay, you guys are all giving me $1, baby. Oh, yeah. Today's $1 day. Let's go. The dopamine hits hard from gambling. Amen. You know what's going to hit harder, though? I feel you, though. That's what I'm saying. Gamblers, you guys are just bored. I know what it's like. Or you're sad and you're looking to feel something, okay? I get it. That's why you need to exercise. But do you know what the dopamine hit is? I'm going to tell you guys right now. Do you not know what the dopamine hit is? Oh, look at, dude, dollars everywhere. Took the money. He just handed me his money. Well, thank you, all of you. Bro, this is, okay. Well, there you go. Today's that day. You remember, you can't think of one way to make $1 million. You think of 1,000,000 ways to make $1. This is a lesson right here. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Henry, Jamar, IPOC, Flaco, UMAD, No Easy, Billy Mays, Yonito, Chasing Wildfire, Julie, Eric, Andreas, Mitch Matsuno, Brandon Otero, Alejandro, James, and everybody else. If I missed you, I love. Oh, my gosh, there's 10 more of them now. Dope, Dirtfinger, Daniel, Kevin Leary, Tasty, Nick. Oh. Well, listen. As a thank you to all of you guys, because you are all giving $1 today for Philo, it's still going to be members only. I just wanted to let you guys know. So, yeah, and I don't know. Like, do you guys notice something? It's still the mother efforts. You guys already got law terms. You know that? You guys are already subscribed. See what I'm telling you? Do you see the fucking point? Oh, you thought, yeah, why? It's you guys who are doing it. It's not even the non-members, not even like, they're mad. Oh, my gosh, 50! 50! Oh, Mr. Wickles. Let's go, baby. Oh, Georgina. I love that name, Georgina. That's fun. Is that a nickname? Because I call one of my friends Georgina. Now, Georgina, good job. Well, you're a good job. Thank you. I don't know what I did for it, but I appreciate it, man. And because like I'm telling you guys, all I'm telling you is solid advice or solid information, and don't ever forget, anybody with money, anybody who is successful, they will gladly share with you information. And that is what I'm telling you. And the real information is the long term. And I truly hope you guys get it. And there's a reason why thousands of people, even on a day like today, you know how many people got kicked out today? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, there's a reason why, bro, and there's real results. But like I'm saying, I am going to bully you into a long term. And if you think you're going to fight me over a long term, you're getting a long term, buddy. That, again, you want that dopamine hit? Nothing hits better. Yeah, the trades, that gets you that dopamine. Oh, thank you, Terrence. See, Terrence is our first non-member right there. This is the dopamine hit, bro. You just look at an account, and it just goes straight up, bro. You telling me that don't hit? That you could have an account. I could offer all of you an account that just goes straight up to the right. You're telling me you don't want that? Go, ask anybody. Ask anybody in here. The moment they started doing this, after a couple of years, they all have an account that looks like this, and most would tell you this is the most amount of money they have had in their life, just sitting there, because they've finally applied and they have stuck to a goal and a mentality of holding and saving money and then growing it. Not only did they hold it, save it, and keep it there and not give in to all of the other distractions, they grew it and put it in the right place. That's a dopamine hit, bro. Motherfuckers just look at their long term. You feeling down? Look at the long term. Oh, you feel like you're behind? Go look at the long term. Oh, you want a house? Go look at the long term, bro. All it is look at the long term. So that's what I'm telling you. You got to invest a little bit. The first couple months and year, it feels like you're doing nothing. It feels like you're getting nothing. And then that's the fee. The fee of the long term is that the first year building it, you have to watch every dumbass make 10 times the amount of money because they gambled it, and you're over here 10%, and it seems like you're just playing with rocks, but you're not. And you're gonna look back and be like, oh, but it takes a year at least before you're like, oh yeah, this is it. But then you have to watch everybody speed by you, and then you're in the carpool lane, you're gonna pass them by once traffic hit, and there you go. So get a long term. And thank you, bro. All the dollars, bro. I love you. I love you, Chad. I love you. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I can offer you member Philo. That's it. Honestly, though, I do have something for you. You'll see. That's all I could tell you, though. But, you give me money if you want to. You don't have to. Okay? And that's it. I want you to get a long term. That's the craziest part about this fucking channel. Do you realize it? Do you not realize it? This whole conversation is me trying to get you to pay yourself. Not even paying me. Do you understand how wild that is? I am arguing with people to get them to pay themselves. Not even to pay me. I'm not even like, yo, listen, I'll set up the long term if you pay me 20% of profits, 2%. Oh, buy my long term course. No. I am literally arguing with you about paying yourself, about giving yourself the money and investing it for your future and your family. I'm telling you to give it to yourself before you give it to anybody. EQT, pop. That's a big pop, 1.7. If it goes a little bit more, that could trigger. But yeah, premium's already, dude, today they're jumping real quick. All the market makers, every single one is reacting right away. But yeah, that's going. I'm not taking it. If that hits 3 to 5, Julius said to face loan charges of $130 million. Julius Baer. People take offense. They argue with me. They say, give me the plays. Why are you posting plays if you don't? Shut up. Get a long term. You guys want the fucking dessert? You can't get the dessert without the long term. You need to eat your vegetables. The long term vegetables. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, it's for yourself, dude. I'm not even getting anything. Look, I made more off of this $1 thing, bro. Are you kidding me? Bro, they're still going. I love you, Chad. I'm already hyped today, Chad. Honestly, as a thank you, I'm going to drop you a banger of a philo. I don't know if that is good enough. I could offer you that. The EQTs are going. Like I said, they're already jacking them up. The bids got higher, but now it's triggering 2%. A little bit more, you'll get something. Again, most of these energy plays are underperforming as well. It's not them, though. It must be nice. Yeah, it is nice. I like this. This is nice. People give me money randomly for nothing, and I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, stop acting like I don't give you 1,600 hours a year. Like I don't ignore my girlfriend so I could go and talk to you. Don't act like you ain't got plays left and right, long term to short term, every single day. And I told you everything before Wall Street lies to you. And then I'm the one who gets banned. So yeah, amen. Amen. Woo! I want to run through a wall, you guys. I feel hyped today. Do you know that? Can you tell? I'm so excited. I just want to run through a wall. That's how I feel right now. I love you. You guys got me hyped. Oh, Julie, thank you. Thank you. No, today's philo is really good. It's really good. And I feel it. That's why. Maybe that's why I'm so hyped. Because today's philo, I did it yesterday. So, yeah, I'll tell you it. When we get. What time is it? It's 9:30? Let me set it up. Sweet sassy. Bro, EQT hit. The plays suck unless you got even then now the ask is going, yeah. But the bid won't go up. The asks is just running, but the bid's not. Waffle House is getting fast EV charging. Then EFX on the low. I don't know, man. You got Equifax is not related to EQT, but Equifax is dying right now. So very weird moves here. Thank you for the win. Thank y'all, man. Dude, I look over and there's more and more. Well, thank you guys. I love you. Let's go, man. Let's go to the long term. Can I get an amen? That's it. In the long term, in real estate, you guys. Mm-hmm. Or not. Yeah, UNH, Pop, and Humana. The frustration rally. AEM, EQT again. Oh, banger. I didn't get that one, but if you got it, you heard it here first, brother. Yeah, oh, it hit. Amen. Amen. Tell them. 2 long terms. Let's go, baby. See? Amen. That's it. That's it. Chatadonia. Thank you. See? And you already saw it. Mother effers were already angry. You know? And now, you see what I'm saying? Now you must make them even more mad. They're like, why you give him money? Or why he don't give us the play? How come he don't give us the talk? Give me the gamble. I hate him. No gamble. Why you give him with no gamble? Why you give him no gamble? So, yeah. You know? RTX, a little bit, actually, is moving up a tiny bit. Again, remember, everybody's kind of waiting if we're going to hear from the, what is it, the Golden Dome shit. Yeah, space is down. Why you no gamble? Gamble. Why you give him money? He no give you gamble. I hate that. I hate long term. Why you talk about trading if you say long term? You can't talk about nothing. Talk nothing. Talk nothing. Oh, you can't do that. Unless you gamble, you can't talk. No talk, no gamble. No gamble, no talk. Stop it. I'm just save your money, man. Just why don't you save the money? It's not. This isn't supposed to be that contentious. I know. I'm not trying. No gamble. So yeah. Yeah, the Golden Dome is this idea of like a Israel Iron Dome, like an air defense system for the United States. And then SPY is dumping. This is so weird. Let me check a breakdown again. I think it's all just big tech lagging, but let's say Dow Jones only 8 in the green, 22 red. That flipped hard. So yeah, Dow's now red. NASDAQ 25 green, 76 red. It was 66 earlier. So 10 names went red. And then SPY 151 green, 350 in the red. So another 50 names went red. You gave me 1 Canadian peso. Thank you. Say if you can't read rules, then you can't read a book. Amen. If you could read a book, you could read the rules. What up, Colby? Well, thank you all the new members, all the donos. I love you guys, and I appreciate it. Whoever started this train, man, God bless you. Thank you for your creativity. But now, I don't know. Do you guys just want to go to Philo? Like, YouTube's already kicking y'all out, so I might as well. You know what I'm saying? You guys could blame YouTube. YouTube's literally very glitchy. I kind of want to start a new one. It was Tim. Fucking Tim's not supposed to donate. I almost banned him. I'm not going to. I told Tim I'm going to ban him. I said, Tim, you better save that fucking money, Tim. I said, Tim, you Japan tariff negotiator to visit U.S. for the 3rd time on Friday. That's coming out now, Nikkei. You deposited to the long term today? Good. How is it? You went through your biggest decline, then it came up. That's nice. That's nice. Tim Whitman. I love it, Tim. I'm proud of you. Long way to go still. So let's get it. Eli Lilly's still flushing. A long term for the haters. Well, I guess. Well, we'll do it. I'll pick one. I'm not gonna give them attention, but I'm gonna write their name down privately, and then we'll make one, and then I'll reveal who it is after 5 years. But I might do it. My tax guy's gonna get pissed, but you know what? I think it's a good idea. Mm-hmm. All right, SPY bouncing a little bit. Yeah, the Japan headlines are hitting. Oh, I was going to explain that, yeah. The Japan thing is what I told you guys earlier. It's going up, but everyone's like, oh my gosh, but the thing is, literally, once the rates come down, I think we're going to have a problem. So I'm not talking US, I'm talking Japan. So everybody keeps talking about, the Japanese yields running up. And like I told you, it's not about it going higher. It's once you start seeing it rocket, and then once it starts to come down, that's going to be when we have a problem. U.S. China should achieve positive interaction in Asia. Chinese Finance Minister Wang told Asia Society on Tuesday. U.S. China should achieve positive interaction on. I'm getting a positive China comment right now. See if that hits the SPY. And then HD on the low. And then, yeah, we'll see. Oh, what happened to Walmart? Yeah, Walmart bounced. That was weird. And then Guild on the high. That's been up there all day. All right. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. Microsoft to add AI coding agent from Anthropic to GitHub. But I got to go to the bathroom. And then I think we're going to start Philo early, actually. Because YouTube's lagging and the chat is showing so much love. So I think I will do that. And yeah, we might start it a little early. And then oil's rocketing. But so get your membership if you haven't been gifted one. Or you haven't got it. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then, yeah, maybe we'll start moving on over. So get ready and good morning. Thank you.
Yesterday, remember, got to 5.03%. Today, it just got shy of 5% once again. Republicans are trying to work through their differences and advance the tax bill. That continues to be another pressure point for the fixed income market. The dollar is marginally weaker, but, this is a pretty consistent theme over the last few weeks. In fact, since President Trump's inauguration, the Bloomberg Dollar Index has lost almost 7%. And with a somewhat weaker dollar, you have a higher gold price. Gold up 1.5% right now to $32.81. Let's go back to equities and highlight a couple of individual movers that are all gaining right now on this down day. And Bloomberg News' cross-asset reporter Emily Grafeo has those for us. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Scarlett. Check out shares of D-Wave Computing at a record high right now, up over 30%. This is a quantum computing company that announced today general availability of its Advantage 2 quantum computing system. They said that this new computer can solve complex problems beyond the reach of classical computers. And the whole quantum trade is very popular among retail investors. In fact, there's even an ETF that goes 2x this stock. The ticker is QBTX, and it's up over 60% right now. Another stock moving higher today is Victoria's Secret. Those shares currently up about 2.5%. The intimates retailer is adopting what's known as a poison pill, or a shareholder rights plan, to thwart an investor, BBRC International. That investor has increased its position in the company to 13% of outstanding shares. This plan is going to be triggered if any investor acquires controlling interests above 15% of the common stock, and it's going to issue one right for each share, so protecting those shareholders. Victoria's Secret has said that this investor, BBRC International, has a history of acquiring controlling stakes in companies, so that stock higher on this plan. And then finally, another retailer move moving up higher. Amer Sports, this is the parent company of Wilson tennis rackets, Salomon ski boots, Arc'teryx jackets. They had a pretty good earnings report. They boosted their annual profit outlook. They beat on first quarter revenue. And then they also said, Scarlett, they expect the impact from higher tariffs to
muscle
be
wasting
negligible.
and falls.
So that's what you want to hear
That
from
is
company
the
right
biggest
now.
problem with androgen deprivation therapy. And it would clearly explain what we have seen over the last couple of years.
Relationship between bonds.
Oh man, Michelle, and then we get to the cover up, which
what?
Look, his wife, his family, his advisors. As far as I'm concerned,
oh, dude, I was like, what the fuck? It went to because Donald Trump, remember, he was supposed to be live for the Take Your Kid to Work Day. I had that feed up. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. You guys are like, what? Josh has a wife? I don't have a wife. I don't have a kid. I have the Chad. I love you, Chad. Get a long term. Do you have a long term? You need a long term. Wow. New members. Thank you, guys. Wow. Let's go, baby. Y'all ready to go, huh? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, bro. It's time. It's time. It's time to move, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Where you at? I'm working on the long term. Let's go, Mr. Noble. It's a noble cause for a noble man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You get a long term by making a brand new brokerage account, and then you save 10% of your money, your gross income, and you put that 10% in that account. And then you buy stocks that you know about that you will hold for a minimum of 10 years. You are not allowed to sell before then. And I showed you guys yesterday why. You'll sell when you're ready to do it strategically for a bigger asset or a home preferably. And I showed you how you could even save taxes. Tesla pop, you have a lot of calls, brother. Okay, Deepak? It is going up, but it didn't warrant 2 of those posts. But you probably have like 20 contracts or something. I feel you. I feel you. It's hard out here. But yeah, it's moving up, man. I got you. Mm-hmm. Am I whispering at you, or is that the other guy? Mm-hmm. Get a long term? No, we're going to sell. We're going to start selling like dolls. It's like a Woody doll of Josh. And then we have one of Uncle. And then it just yells at you every morning to get a long term. So, and then every hour it reminds you about saving 10%. And then right when you think you shut it up, it doesn't shut up. You can't turn it off. Uh-huh. And then you could put it in the room, and then you could say, I'm never going to play with this thing again. And then you go and check on it every hour. And, you know, it's a good product. We're going to sell it for about $49.99. But it's, you know, right now we're testing it. We're trying to see if it actually leads to long-term results or if it just causes insomnia. That's we don't know yet. But, yeah, I'll let you know once we get there. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of things in the works. You have no idea. Mm-hmm. Lucid, small pop. I see EU callous comments. That's about it. Trump been awfully quiet. Again, Golden Dome. J&J moving up. We could try to double dip. I just think they hold us. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe I should just get more time. Yeah, the contracts went down. I'm glad we sold them. Mm-hmm. Starbucks on the daily. We're all blessed. I mean, be blessed that you had the desire to succeed before you met me. You know that? That's what's a blessing. That's so lucky. You know that? Some of you have the desire. Oh, they don't want it. They don't feel me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So God is good, bro. Amen. Did I add UNH to the long term? That's going to cost you $50 and you're banned. Because that's an easy question. So now you get banned for asking stuff you know. Easy answers gets banned. That's it. That's it, man. My goal is to get rid of 30% of you. So please, I don't want that to happen, but again, we must trim the tree. Guild is still going up. Blech. And Google. Have you guys heard about that company? Google. All righty. Yeah, Google's really launching, and then TSM, and then the Spy. So yeah, good luck. Googly woogly. Pretty big. Again, Guild and a lot of the medicine ones, but unfortunately, we're still there. We could break out. If this little turn turns into a new high, then it could get pretty exciting. So we will see. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bro, Google just popped $1. So big tech is going to be big, and the Russell's actually going green right now. I think that one's very interesting. But yeah, so watch out for that. But Chad, we're going to do it a little early. I think the chat is hyped. And YouTube, again, very, very rough day for some of you on the YouTube. So we are going to move to Philo. You should be aware of all of this by now. I mean, it's been what we've been doing all year. We're just going a little earlier. So I'm going to move on over. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you to the veterans. And I will see you in a little bit.